Hello and welcome to another Triad Gamer stream here on the Triad Gamer Media Network. I'm Nick, your a little more subdued host probably for today. We'll be playing, as you can hear, a little bit of rain ambience behind us from Stardew Valley Expanded. But oh no, it's not raining outside, hun. It's raining in Stardew. He just looks over at me like, wait, what? And I'm like, no, it's raining in Stardew. It's the ambient noise that they're hearing. It does look like it's raining outside. I'll give you that. But I was just like, wait, no. I'm talking about the background noise. The white noise that we have here that helps all of our viewers fall asleep to our streams. But oh, hey Jax and hey Elvis, thanks for joining. Um, Something's not updating right because it's like you have one viewer, and I'm like, well, there's two people chatting, so that seems a little funky. But probably just taking a bit to update on that. But yeah, we'll be playing some Stardew Valley Expanded today, a little modded, a little bit, as I kind of put in a little bit of, helping the mental state with the Stardew. Um, but before I get there, though, if you'd like to see how we got here, other Stardew content, other content in general that we've produced, realize that there's, I kind of forgot we even have like commander decks and board game stuff up. Just in general on the site, pictures, all sorts of crazy stuff you can find on trygamers.com, or you can check us at Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at trygamers, just like here on Twitch. And we also have a Discord that we very loosely do stuff with, but it's something that's around. It's one of those things. It's like, okay, what's the next project you want to take on? It's always kind of like that middle ground of like, well, we could, but that's not high priority at this point. Let's do this and make sure we're doing like the actual content. And it's just like, okay, well, it's just fallback. So maybe one of these days I'll get that going. Actually, you could probably, I don't know if I can get the, I don't know if I can like show it off. But no, the chair's in the way, I think. But behind on the monitor over there, I actually have like a post-it. It's like, here's the things you should do to the Discord thing before we really make it hugely public. And it's like, that should definitely be done. So, moving forward, like, basically just that kind of stuff. So, that's definitely something we're looking at. Am I a little crooked? I feel like I'm a little crooked. There we go. Maybe I fixed it now. Like, we keep moving the camera because there's, like, other stuff we use it for, so, like... but, okay, wow, there's a lot of chat. I like Jack's attack Jack's attacks because it sounds like Jack attack, which is like you don't know Jack, and that's, as people have found out, scarily enough, childhood for me. Those games are not very childhood oriented, but definitely played that growing up with my mom. So judge that how you will. I learned a lot from those games. But actually, that's something we should try at some point. See if we could do that. But yeah, Jack Attack. See, well, because Jack Attack, and I'm wondering actually if they got it from if that comes from the game You Don't Know Jack, because that was a pretty popular trivia game in PC for a while. So, everyone's like, oh, it's the Jackbox games. It's like, yeah, they had a lot more before that. So, but yeah, I have a ton of You Don't Know Jack. That's something I should actually try to do on here and make myself look like a fool. Maybe that's birthday. I don't know. I'm thinking of different things for the birthday stream. So like, if people are on at that point, definitely will. Yeah, okay, so you have too, Albus. You played it when you were, as you're saying, way too young. Yeah, there's stuff you learned from that game that... Oh, gotcha, because your brother's Zack Attack. Okay, I guess that's kind of just, like, a great way to keep it together. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a good way also just, like, to say attack if the brain's not working, instead of where I got called my brother's name and my brother got called my name more times than I can count, so... but yeah, I will say I would love to do a Jackbox on here. It's just the issue of obviously having enough people to do a Jackbox at a time is a thing. But that's definitely like a future goal of mine of like being able to do a Jackbox stream at some point. It's just getting enough people who want to play, honestly. Especially based on timings of when we stream and sort of thing. But maybe we'll kind of buffer it up a little bit where we know we have a bunch of people joining to play, and we can get together. But it's definitely a stretch goal in the future. wanting to do that because we have them. I can host them, no problem. Actually, in fairness, for a lot of people that don't realize, I know I haven't gotten to the game yet, and I promise I'm getting there, but tangents are very good at catching me. Um, Actually, funny enough, what got me going to see if we could stream was the fact that my coworkers, for kind of a happy hour thing at the time, were looking for something to do during happy hour because it was often just us just ending up sitting around chatting about work, which are like that's not really what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be us not doing work for an hour, but still on the clock. And so I actually had experimented with could I pull off doing a Jackbox, like did it stream quick enough even with the delay, is it okay? What's the level of delay, that kind of stuff. And that's how I kind of set up the fact that I could stream when I realized that. So, have we done Jackbox? We've played it through Discord because delay. Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why I was like, well, my coworkers aren't going to have Discord. And so that's kind of the hard part of the issue. Is like, okay, well, I can't use Discord. This is the time of height of Zoom, so the only way to have any sense of bandwidth would be to pay for it. We realized that, Skype that we had and then Teams doesn't do sound, so that doesn't work well. So just kind of like this cascading thing of like, well, how can we figure out kind of do it and with still have the sound and go that direction? It was like, well, maybe we could try doing the streaming and make it where it's like a private link to YouTube. Maybe then there's no delay. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that was kind of something that was figured out. But funny enough, I got actually bugged about that recently. I'm just like, oh yeah, weren't we gonna do a happy hour thing? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't have the power or push to be able to say yes, these people are getting paid for an hour or 2 hours without doing any actual work. So that's not up to me. But okay, so let's go ahead. I'll make sure first I get the game going because that's important first to make sure that the game's actually showing up. Which there we go. I'm like, is it showing up? That's a fair question. Now it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, I think I got everything all set there. So to kind of fill in, which is funny because I don't remember what happened last time, but I crossed out things like we got a gold pick and we opened up that mysterious shed building, which we haven't talked to Robin yet to figure out what the supplies are that we need, but that's something. We got a fish pond. We upgrade our house. So you can see there's a kitchen on the side there in the screen. And we had the fair. That's right, we did have the fair. We're a little past it. And I forgot all my stuff there, as I realized afterwards. After the game, I'm like, wait, it talked about lost and found. What is that? I look it up. Oh, it's when you forget things. So, funny enough, I hadn't done that before, apparently. But so we'll go ahead and we'll just jump right in. And if you have questions about any part of the save file, depending on what parts you've seen, let me know. Mildly perturbed, yeah, because I think this is where I was storing it, funny enough, and now it's like, oh yeah, I never went and picked it up. Oopsies. Okay, looks like we got some pine tar today. Cool, cool. Oh yeah, that's right, I actually, like, tapped mahogany trees to, like, get sap, it feels very bizarre to do, but I've liked it so far. The pine of the tar, yes. It's apparently very pungent. So we're just going to store it in this chest and hopefully not smell it in the slightest. Oop, that's my hammer. Yeah, because we currently are doing lava eel, because we happened to catch a lava eel around the time that we were building it. So we're going to go for money. I'm planning eventually to have a sturgeon one for the caviar, just because, caviar is actually pretty good for food if you're doing mining. So eventually I want to get to that point. But also you need it for the final bundle, the missing one. You also might need it for other things, like gifting. I don't know. I haven't checked a lot of the new people. And then 2, we're going to have a super cucumber one, because that's a good way to get iridium at that point, because they can, when they're maxed out, they do iridium. I am debating on a rainbow trout, because I know it has a very small chance to give you a prismatic shard. So if I'm really desperate and not getting a prismatic shard for some reason for a while, and I really need one to get the galaxy sword, then I might kind of go in that direction. I've been looking a lot into the expansion, and I think I'm going to start a save file for once. Like expanded, like the mod for it? Or are you talking something else? Are we talking Jackbox again? Is there Oh, for Stardew, yeah, okay. I'm like, is there an expansion for a Jackbox? I missed that. That's cool. I'm a little loopy today, yeah. So like, the reason for a lot of the messages, because it probably sounded a little weird when I was, in go lives and stuff, but like, it's been one of those mentally taxing weekends where, you dip into the depressive episode. It happens, and you just kind of have to keep going. But, like, I'll put it this way, and I think, Jax, you'll kind of do this. I mean, Elvis, I think, just from gaming for me enough, you might know the references, but I actually technically not fully on the up and up. Through YouTube, watch Next to Normal. Actually, it was like the last performance for Alice Ripley and Jennifer D. I can never remember how to say her last name, but like where Brian D'Arcy came back on Broadway for a bit, and so like I just watched that and like just let the emotions fly, and I think that was really really good at the time because I was just like I needed to get that emotion out before this week started and everything. But like, oh. And then of course, so I'm looking up. I'm like, wait, what other musical can I reference? Because I'd already referenced that in the hashtags for the post. So if you haven't seen that, check out Twitter. Um, but I had referenced it in the hashtags, like, what else could I do? And then, of course, so I decide, what's a great thing while I'm emotionally unstable to listen to? Let's listen to You Will Be Found to see if there's anything other than just You Will Be Found that I want to write in the hashtags. Probably not the best thing to do before I go live, but I did it, so. Haven't actually seen Dear Evan Hansen yet, but it is actually coming to Madison next year. It got delayed because of everything going on. And it is on my list to go see, along with what else do we have? We have The Prom, which I'm like, I gotta go see that. I think that's just like mandatory for me. And then Mean Girls is also coming, which I'm very tempted. Like it wasn't at first when it was announced, like a year and a half ago when it was supposed to be last year, last season. But the more I've heard of the music, the more I'm like, I really, yeah. Like the more I hear, I'm like, the more I should go to it. And the problem is, I'm like, okay, well, what happens if I have to pick two of those shows in terms of budgeting? Can I do that? And I'm like, Once on This Island is good. I think because I haven't seen it, I don't have as much of an attachment to it. That's where Next to Normal is perfect. Because, like, I've seen it. I, as a 17-year-old drama student, bawled my eyes out in front of my colleagues in high school in Chicago when we went to see it on a school trip. Like, that is one that will get me every time, no matter what. Live Rent will get me. That's another one that will get me, but usually just listening to it isn't as bad. But yeah, Once on This Island is really good on that. Oh yeah, feel free to lurk, Elvis. We're just going to talk about musicals most of the time. Let's be honest here. Um, but yeah, I should go see Mean Girls though. I do have a question mark, but I'm probably going to want to do it. I think it's honestly just figuring out because I'm guessing I don't know where Belmont stands on these three shows. Which I never want to force him to go to a show with me. Like I love when he comes with me. I know he'll enjoy it. But if he's not gonna enjoy a show, you know, it doesn't make sense. So I have to like figure out if there's like people that want to go to these shows as well. Um, which is fine. It's the planning of it. Now the first one isn't coming up until January of 2022 because it's kind of a delayed season where it's not starting this first show until November because they want to be careful and really bring it out. Obviously, probably by November, if you know, probably by September even, it probably would have been fine, but they wanted to be careful, and it makes sense. So the season around here isn't starting until November, but then yeah, Mean Girls is the second one in January. Then like it's a quick succession, and so like at near the end of this year, I have to kind of have it budgeted in, and so that's why it's catching up. Miraculous Ladybug. I don't recognize that. Certain episodes make you cry and can see emotions reset. I mean, Madison isn't too far. Fair. I mean, yes. At the same time, though, I like to go at weird times, and like, I go for the cheap shows, and I know I do that. That's where I get a lot of understudies, which I'm understanding. But like, I'll go on a Tuesday night. I have no problem with that. Or I'll go on a Sunday afternoon. You know, it's like these weird timings that, you know, because the tickets are available, the good ones. But that's definitely something that I will keep in mind, Jax. But let's see. I guess yeah, you were moving up to Chicago area, so that would fit. Pierre wants a gold bar. Let's see if I have one available too. I didn't actually check this. Oh, it's Marty's birthday. That's right. I was supposed to keep an egg for that. Do I still have an egg in here? Yes, I do. Cool. I can give her an egg. So that's her gift. Oh, and I was going to put the heater in here before I forgot to. There we go. Because then that will... so I don't forget then going into winter. Yeah, so that's now doing its thing. I can just leave the... I'll close the door so then I can easily pet them tomorrow. Did I pet them? Did I just... Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, Hamilton is also in the season. It came back, so this is this is the second time it would be in town. Because it's already been in town once. I've, I mean, I hate to say this, I did see it on Disney Plus already, so I'm kind of like, I'm not sure if I want to get into the rush of trying to get tickets that are good enough for it because it sold out so quick when it was here that I'm like, oh, do I really want to? So there's a good, if it's not, like if I check closer to it and I have the budget for it and everything, I'll do it. But like, it's one of those, it's like, if I'm re-seeing a show, I want to make sure it's worth, it's gonna make a big enough difference for me seeing it live. Um, yeah, no judgment. See, yeah, the only thing the only ever issue I've had with an understudy, and it's not with the understudy themselves, it's just the fact is, like, the only issue I've ever had where I saw an understudy was that next to normal performance, because it wasn't until, like, looking back, because I didn't look up the show beforehand. You know, I was a young kid, I didn't realize that you probably should look up and have a general sense of the plot before going. That probably would have made my emotions survive a little better. But, the the performance at the time had Alice Ripley playing after she'd already won the Tony. I don't know if she was just limited engagement for the time or whatever. Haven't I should have looked back into it honestly, but I have the playbill somewhere. Um, but that's the one. You know, of course, we get the understudy on that matinee performance for the school field trip show, and it's just like, oh. The what I could have seen that would have been the first time I really saw a Tony Award winner on stage. I think because I don't when I went to New York on the choir trip, I don't think we saw any show early enough where it would have had the original Tony Award winning. Because we saw Lion King, but that would have been long enough time where it wouldn't have had anything specific special. Um, we saw How to Succeed in Business, but that was late enough where I don't think any of the original cast is still there, or at least at the lead position level, I should say. Did we see a third one? I don't think so. I think I'm thinking the when I went to London, because that's where we saw two shows instead of just the one that we had. Because we snuck out one night where we had free night, like with one of the teachers, and I shouldn't say snuck out. The teacher came with us, so it's not like we snuck out. But basically, they had opened it up, and like three people were like, "Yeah, we'll buy tickets to this," because we had seen Blood Brothers as the official viewing, which was very good. Like, I'm not saying that it was very good. I loved it, kind of thing. And the second one we saw back at that point on West End was the one we snuck out for. Actually, was Warhorse at the time, which was very good. Seeing that live with the animatronics, puppeteering kind of thing. It wasn't really animatronics; they're not mechanical in terms of I don't know. I don't know what you call. I believe they were called puppets at the time, but um, I'm just going on a tangent of all my shows. At some point, I'm actually thinking at some point I should just like, my plan eventually is to actually, because I don't have a ton of them, and they're kind of all in a pile right now, is to actually go ahead and get like a nice binder and put the playbills in sleeves so I can kind of go through and see it. And if I do that at some point, I'll show it off on stream. Like where I'll be like, hey, look at this, kind of cool stuff. But as of right now, it's just kind of in a pile in a box. Actually, it's in like one of those cube drawers too. It's like because it's the same drawer I had from like college time. No, actually, it goes back to high school. That's right. It does go back that far for being in that cube drawer because I would have had that at home. But basically, I'm going on a complete tangent. I'm sorry for those that might be watching for Stardew, but I'm just my brain's gone. I want to talk about musicals apparently today. But I had a drama teacher back at the start of my high school career. 'Cause mine actually swapped midway, where I got a new teacher for junior and senior year. Yeah, because sophomore year was her final show, where she was retiring. And I actually, in English, I believe it was freshman year English, we had to do a research paper of sorts, where it was more of I don't know what they called it at the time, because to be fair, I was never great in English because it was a lot of writing and such. But it was you had to do it on a collection. So whether it was your collection, and you interviewed someone on something or found an interview online kind of thing to talk about, or you did it on someone else who's a collector of something. But just to talk about collections and the act of collecting and that sort of direction. And I actually chose to do it on, I think I still have the paper somewhere. I should try to find it at some point and reread it because it's probably terrible. But I did it on my old drama teacher at the time. Maybe that was junior English. Because I feel like it was after she retired. But I can't remember exactly the timing. But basically, so I went to her house and she had it where, probably a room like I'm in right here, but completely shelves all across the room jammed packed with playbills, and then like some still on the ground in like piles, like where she had pulled them out recently. Because I mean, she went to New York multiple times a year. She obviously did her own shows. She went to other shows to see how they were done. Like she had accumulated a ton over her life, and I honestly did kind of fall in love with keeping playbills. And so I actually do take one from each performance, and I keep it as much as possible. Like it's obviously ones that probably I forgot to take it, or I lost it on the way home and never made my pile, whatever the reasoning is. But I actually do have it where I have everything. It has to be at least from early in high school because I still had some that I just like kept for fun from like my own stuff, where I'd be like, oh hey, do you still have this from when we did the freshman year stuff, kind of thing. Um, so I really should bring it out because it honestly goes back a really long way to the point where like there's like a newspaper one from one act in late high school where some random school did Seussical like to like all the way across, and so I should bring that out at some point because there's probably some fun stuff to look at in there to see kind of what's up. But on my tangent though, I've been thinking about that, but it's yet another project to add to the list, and that's why I already have no post notes. So. Okay, I was gonna go in the mushroom cave. Did I do that? Yeah, I grabbed the mushrooms. Okay, let's go sell the mushrooms now. Um, yeah, so that's... I don't even know where I was going on this tangent at this point. It's just like, I just talk about musicals, but, let's see, brain. What am I trying to think? So yeah, I've been using musicals a lot for, because that's what helps me out is music in some way. Like, I really should also probably spend some time at the piano, because I haven't been doing that a lot lately, and that's probably not great. Um, stuff like that where I need to kind of watch that a bit more. I'm probably going to be hitting more in the feels recently, too, because I need to rewatch Buffy a bit in the near future, and so that's probably going to hit me in the feels pretty quickly, too, on top of everything else, so... that's something to think about as well, in all of that, but... every show I'm a part of, I like getting show shirts, and I add them to a quilt 2 years after the show. Okay, yeah, so I have a quilt like that too, because my mom actually snuck behind my back when I was in college, which I'm glad she snuck behind my back and surprised me with it, because I had said it as a joke before that, like, oh, it'd be really funny to make a quilt of all of my high school shirts, because I have a bunch of them still, or like make some poster out of it or something. So she snuck behind it. The thing is, apparently, I kept stealing them back from like the wash, and she's like, "No, I wanted to steal it from you while you were away," kind of thing. But she actually did it. I should find that. I don't know where it is right now. It might be kind of stored right now because we haven't really used quilts on our like we use just comforters on our bed or something. But I really should get that quilt and like put it out every so often. Um, but yeah, I have that same thing. It's a really good way to do it. Like if you know somebody and they're like, hey, I have all these shirts from high school or something, or that I don't want to get rid of because they're sentimental. Like quilt, honestly, you can find someone who'll do the quilt for you. Probably, it's not gonna cost too much. And quilts obviously have a cost, but like, if you find someone who's really like committed to doing it, they can make a really cool piece, and I highly recommend it as a thing. And that doesn't just be for show shirts, because obviously musical, that's where but like, if you had it where you're part of competitions as a sports athlete, kind of thing, it's really kind of cool to see, like, oh, this is all of what I did across that time. And it's useful then, it's recycling, it's all of that, so I'm all on board for it, yeah. Now, what I'm curious about, so Jax, do you have, like, an ongoing quilt that you do? Um, like, where it's, I don't want to say unfinished, 'cause that's a bad way to say it, but, like, where you keep it open-ended. It is ongoing. Okay, wow. I would presume it's pretty large, just based on how many shows we've talked about you being a part of at this point. Like, soon it's going to become, like, like, too big, probably, but, like, because I felt like with mine, just between all of the shirts of middle school, high school, and, like, it wasn't obviously just myself. In fact, actually, there's a couple of shirts that it's really actually my brother's, and she didn't realize. There's some finished sections that we put again. So, oh, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it is a really cool thing to do. So I do highly recommend it if anyone else if anyone else is watching. Is a better way to put it. It's a really cool way to kind of preserve stuff like that. Oh, I have a ton of gold bars. Let's do this. So I can definitely go to who wanted it? Pierre? Oh yeah, I had to go kill bone people, that's right. Pierre wanted it. Yeah, so that should be pretty easy. This one's not being done because I have the skeleton quest. I've sold a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of the stuff I need to do. Let's just go in here, make some sashimi because I have so much of it. I actually should store some of it just in case I have an untimely moment at some point, and I really should store some of this away. We'll put half of it in there. Just in case, you know, you never know. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead. We need to go kill some skeletons, some skelly boys. We do have some forage to grab, so we always want to grab that, because we need to be upping our foraging level. I mean, it's honestly not doing half bad, I'll be honest. Like, the fact that in this game I'm almost at level 8 for everything, at least. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna hit level 8 today if I'm killing a bunch of skeletons. But yeah, actually, one thing I thought about, I know I can't. Wait, is this forage in town? Well, that's crazy. Didn't know you could have that happen. Um, Something I've actually considered, but obviously I can't do because of, you know, DMCA issues. But I was just like considering, like, what if we just watch a musical on my birthday? Like, I literally just dream me watching a musical and talking about it. But I'm like, that kind of limits it to one, the things I can officially, you know, show, and then two, it's like, okay, well then that's a whole nother issue, so I'm like, nah. But I was like, oh, but what if you could? That'd be awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I also need to go give to Marnie, but she's going to be down south then. I didn't do that quite yet. Okay, didn't really need that acorn, so I'm just going to throw it. I really don't need that. Oh, hi Marnie. Right on time. Let's give you something. I did remember your birthday. Did that do anything to make... Oh, I guess you are already 5 hearts with me. So, that's pretty good. Cool. So that finished a lot of stuff. So now we can go up to the mine and go after the Skelly Boys. But, yeah, obviously I have a few slime tutorials that I have reserved to watch or have watched a bunch. I mean, probably my most watched one, funny enough, is actually the Legally Blonde one when MTV covered it, because that's like official, so it's actually not too bad to find. I've watched that a ton. Like, I actually wonder if I saw that before I saw actual Legally Blonde. No, I would have seen Legally Blonde touring show, watched it a bunch on YouTube, and then actually seen a local area theater group do it. Yeah, we actually have a friend of ours who was in that production. So we kind of went and saw that one as well. Oh yeah, the Legally Blonde was very good. Like, I get it because it was like, oh, we had a reality show to find Elle Woods. We found Laura Bell Bundy. Now we're gonna show her off, and it's like, I totally get it, but it still makes me mad. And things like, and obviously, like, same thing goes with Hamilton on Disney Plus and all this, where it's obvious that if they wanted to, like, if a show was going off of their, you know, especially if a show is leaving their run, like, obviously, Hamilton, I think, was more because Lin-Manuel Miranda wanted to make it available during the quarantine. Like, those, I'm guessing that was more of the direction, but he might have had more with it, kind of thing, especially with In the Heights coming out as a movie. But more musicals should do that. Like, just think how different, probably, as a theater community, we'd feel about the issues that happened to Beetlejuice if we had a pro shot available. Like, obviously it sucked, everything that happened, and how it kind of fell apart kind of thing. But there wouldn't have been much of an outcry about them closing so rapidly, I think, if there was a pro shot that has been released on the fact of like, oh well, it's not working out for us, but here, we can still make some money back on this. You'll like it. You'll get to see it. I don't know. It seems very weird for me that that's not being used to make more money, if that makes any sense. Like, just, oh yeah, Great Comet is another one where I'm like, I think it's one of those issues where, like, and then obviously Next Normal for me is one of the reasons that I say that. Because there are shows that are not going to tour much, if at all. Just, there are shows that aren't going to have that basis and everything going on. It's going to be around. Like, and I think Great Comet's a good example of that. Next Normal is my best example of it. I honestly thought the Prom was going to be the same way. I didn't think that was going to tour much at all. And so I think it would have been really smart to be like, okay, the tour is winding down. Obviously, we finished a run on Broadway at this point. Maybe it's international somewhere else kind of thing, but let's release it for purchase on a site to rent out to watch or that kind of thing. You just make so much more money on something that probably wasn't that hard to do because you needed to do the pro shot anyway to get like promotional stuff, marketing stuff. So I don't know. It confounds me that it took Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's amazing. I'll give him. He is absolutely amazing. I'm glad he's an active force in the theater community right now. But it took that long to just have something like that on Disney Plus. It's just shocking to me. Like, I don't know. Like, in comparison to, for instance, Netflix getting together a movie adaptation of The Prom. I don't know. Yeah, it's stuff like that where it's just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Especially with them cracking down on people like putting out slime tutorials and everything, like, make money off of it then. Because if you put it out there, people will pay for it. And then you can continue to take down everything and people will pay for it. One of my soapbox moments, I know. I just am rambling about musicals tonight, but seriously though, like, just let us see it. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, and then Hunchback of Notre Dame. Again, another one that was very niche, I feel. The way they did it was awesome. That was kind of cool. Um, you know, Once on This Island revival, we talked about that, or, the Once on This Island. Great example again, that would have probably done really well in that. Hell, even the Spring Awakening cast that did it in sign language, in addition to performing. Like, that kind of stuff needs to be archived because it's so special, and it's just like, but they're like, no, but you can't record it. It's like, okay, well then how are you gonna? Yes, it was a moment. You want to keep the whole I was there kind of thing, but seeing a musical live and seeing it pro shot, like, the live's still the better option if you can. Like, the live's always gonna be a better option, but not everyone can go to New York all the time and go see Broadway. Like, there's not enough room anyway. There's not enough seats for it. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I need to go kill skeletons now because I think I've ranted too long, and soon it's gonna be like I'm gonna be told over Twitch like, you've gone over your rant total for today on your stream. Just saying. Oh, was I talking too much? No, Balance like, you need to hydrate because you were talking way too much without drinking any water. Yeah, for a lot of people, pro shot's the only way. Oh yeah, completely. Well, that's like, or like just, yeah, because I think pro shot's a better way to do it. Because like a live stream of it and having people like, oh, the drama department's come in. Yeah, but I think a good example was, what, like, Hairspray having multiple movie adaptations is great. It is great to have different angles of it, because obviously different performances do it, like, but it's done a lot. It is done a lot. But I remember that when we were doing stuff, show choir even side, so obviously this is a little distant from official drama productions, but for that, just watching portions of that and how they did it were great for understanding, okay, this is what we need to see we want to see this on stage, so we need to emulate this, instead of just, oh, you have to emulate this feeling. You know, it was great to be like, oh, this is what you're pointing out to, you know, from specifically the John Waters performance and this choreography, and like that kind of stuff is also just very good for younger drama students and performers. Is just because like you're not gonna have that general sense of like, okay, how do you look on stage and everything. Oh yeah, like to be able to see some of those how those changes happen. Like hell, like as much flack as it's gotten movie into musical, like just the costume change for Frozen. Now yeah, it was on major networks, which helps. So, like you would watch the View version and everything, but like just that costume change would be huge for like to have been able to see, because like enough people do Roger and Hammerstein Cinderella, where the costume change with the fairy, like duh. But like, I don't know. It's one of those. It's like it gets on me because I'm like, it's a good way to develop future people that want to see musicals. Like if I, like, obviously I was thankful enough where my mom was able to, you know, we were able to pick a musical a year like that we could go to. It's like our splurge. It was like a birthday gift for her or I or something. Like there was some reason we went to it for the timing. Like that helped me like really start to love it. But like so, I'm sure there'd be so many people that would get more into the arts about it if they had that first connection that wasn't the honestly just the money wall, like to see it. I don't know. So I think that's why Lin-Manuel was very big about getting it out on like Disney Plus and everything, because it's like that was a huge, I hate to say it, movement, not a moment but a movement, but it was just really influential, and so I was glad to see like that could be watched by kids, and like that's a normal thing. Um, so let's see, where was I? I think, oh yeah, I'm killing skeletons, but I should listen to the bands that I've heard good things. That was one of those ones when I was watching the Tonys that year. I was just like, oh, that's a thing, because I think it's one of those that was put towards a certain demographic, and just unfortunately, like my channels were not that demographic. Yeah, it definitely snuck in where people were not expecting that kind of thing. I mean, I'll write it down though, especially because I'm probably gonna end up listening to a lot of music soon, because one, I'm doing a lot of temp grinding, which is not helpful, and and two, like during work, I'm running out of things to watch that don't require attention. So like I have things to watch for like Minecraft updates. I'm like, oh, I should watch that for the snapshot, but basically, I don't want to watch that during like when I have work on the background. That's why I want to do podcasty things or things that I don't need to look at. But I'm kind of running out of those things going back into off season, and so I'm like, okay, well, like rewatch of Buffy. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing that in a bit, so that's a good thing to throw on because I don't need to watch it. You know, I've already watched it once. I know what's going on in general. You know, that kind of stuff. But I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start looking up albums for musicals that I haven't seen yet. You know, seeing it live was great. Most musical was not in English. And there were oh, and there were subtitles on the show. Yeah, because did they have it where it was like where you see often in opera where it's like a subtitle, like neon board above? Oh, it was on the sides. Oh, that's kind of cool. Because yeah, I remember obviously like I've seen some opera. It's happened, you know, with trips. You always have that opera you go to, like with drama club. That's an option or something that like is in the area. But like that was one where yeah, it went across the top, and that was kind of always something I'm like, yeah, why isn't that done more to allow for that kind of connection? But details. Okay. Any other Skelly boys down here? I hear a bat. No, that's it. I'm probably gonna run into the bat on the way back then. Maybe not. Oop, that's my hammer. Ooh, there's a diamond over here. That's not bad. Especially if I get two of them. Haha, I got two of them. I knew it. I was like, especially if I get two of them. Hint, hint. But yeah, that is one that I've been curious of. So I should check it out, yeah. I'm always, like, I always used to be very wary about listening to the music before a show. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to have a certain idea of what the show is. And I've had that before where, like, I listened to Waitress ahead of Waitress. And I wasn't quite exactly sure what the story was. But I had gotten, you know, certain conceptions of what it would mean. and I've grown a lot less wary of it because, like, well, then I've gotten already a connection to the music. I now get a second connection to the music when I actually see the show and what it was meant to do. It's kind of actually nice to do that. You know, uh, it it is obviously one of those things where it's like, well, you might get some spoilers kind of thing, you know, and you have to be a little careful with how you do it. But yeah, there's certain shows I'm going blind to. Like, actually, Dear Evan Hansen, funny enough, and this is one that, like, people probably a little shocked at me for. I have only heard You Will Be Found, because it was played so much I couldn't avoid it. Like, there was just no way I was avoiding that song. But I don't know the story. I really don't. I know it's beautiful. I know people have talked about it. It's great. I've seen, like, references, like short references without like full information or context to the amazing performance that Ben Platt did. But yeah, it's one of those ones I think just happened to get popular and it doesn't help. But I should see it. I feel like it's one of those, it's like, yeah, it really was a good, it's like one of those ones where it's like, you know, I needed to see Hamilton in some respect. Because, like, okay, well, it's a very crucial one right now to, you know, it's really defined things culturally a lot rather than just being a show. And so I think that's kind of where I go to that. That's where I go to the prom. That's where I want to see Mean Girls, but I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to choose which one... Also, which ones am I not going to see tour again? That's another thing I look at right away. Is like, okay, if I'm picking shows, you know, that's why I haven't gone to Hamilton Live yet, because I'm like, it's going to tour more. It's going to happen. Like, it's going to constantly touring. It's going to always come back, that kind of thing. So I've kind of been a little less on that, but, you know, seeing the shows that, like, where, like, Dear Evan Hansen's probably going to peter off at some point. Like, it's probably not going to be done all the time. Then all I'll have available to see it is, like, a high school production of it, like, and, no. As much as as I said, I've been in high school productions, I support it kind of thing, but in the first time seeing a show, you generally don't want to see the high school production. I did a lot for the newer generations coming out, some partner production side, but that's fair, yeah, and that's obviously I have, you know, to avoid spoilers. I'm not gonna necessarily ask too much into what the issues are with it, but yeah, there's probably are some that just like, okay, this seems a little bit. Yeah, Be More Chill is another one. Is one I think that's one maybe that pushes it enough where in not seeing it, I'm not into it. I I see what people found in it. It was kind of bizarre. I get the reasoning why it kind of got some popularity, but I don't know. It was a lot more of the shock factor, I feel, that kind of got its popularity rather than any content. I mean, it was a very weird musical by plot standards. And so I think that's what, from what I've seen, that's what really has caused it to kind of have the effect it did. Yeah, like, it just took a very weird book, as you're saying, Jax. Took a very weird book, it traded it into kind of, kept a lot of the plot points that made it weird, which is cool. Like, it's cool to see, like, some space where you generally wouldn't see it in a musical, but at the same time, it definitely took some risks that I felt were maybe a bit too weird for musical space. But I mean, some people like it, and there's always gonna be that sort of thing, you know. Yeah, there's some songs that seem good, but like the one that I'm still confused at is like Michael and Bathroom at the Party. I don't know what the official name is. I just know that line. That became popular because it doesn't seem like that was much of a, like, one that you'd expect from the musical Michael in that, but yeah. It doesn't seem like that would have been a big show. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what, like, if I would have probably seen the whole musical list, it doesn't feel like a song where I'd be like, yeah, that's the one that people would latch on to. But it is a weird musical, so maybe that's just happened to be where people latched on. I don't know. But I don't know. That one just seemed very bizarre that was the choice people were latching on to. I don't know. Especially with the crazy plot that did exist. Like, that was what people felt like, oh yeah, that's the song I want to listen to all the time. I was like, okay. I don't know. Just thoughts of my own. What can I say? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, singing of it's great, and George, I am extremely excited to see if I could ever find any clips, more clips of him, because he was the one that was Little Shop of Horrors revival, right, with MJ? Am I losing it there? I made that connection. Yes, it is that connection. Okay, that's what I thought. Like, he's amazing. Like, fully agree on that. I don't know if that musical was really gonna show him off as much as, you know, like obviously the Little Shop of Horrors revival, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I still want to see more of them. That connection that they had was bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Like when we, like, did that ever get a good run? Because I'm trying to think of the timing that was like right before the pandemic, wasn't it? Because wasn't that like the Tonys of 2019? These characters won. That's fair, yeah. Like I'm like I get kind of the connection of like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's a party, you know, social anxiety plus kind of just being a introvert, but trying to, you know, obviously in high school you kind of need to be a bit more extroverted to have that connection with students. Like, do I want the context of the song? Sure. I don't think I'm ever gonna see it unless like I know someone who's in a local production or something. So it doesn't sound like something that's gonna be in a lot of local productions. So um, I'm fine. I'm fine with context personally. But yeah, I really hope that Little Shop of Horrors comes back and, you know, kind of, you know, that's what I want to see. The you know, like, yeah, there's obviously the movie version already. Like, it's not like we need a movie of it. That movie version's pretty good on its own, but, you know, a pro shot of those two would just be great. Yeah, if you want to give me the context of the Michael in the bathroom song, sure. I mean, I see where people latched onto it. It's just one of those that I'm just like, that's not what I would have picked to get popular though. Like, I am someone who, you know, obviously sees the great potential and enjoy harmonizing on I Am the One from Next Normal, but like Superboy and the Invisible Girl and everything else really hits me more than anything else, so. I don't know why I'm hitting more things. I really am just trying to kill the skeletons, which I'm doing a pretty good job. I mean, I didn't get as much today as I would have hoped, but, you know, I also didn't come here as early as I probably should have. I ran and done a few other things, but I'm still in a good spot for it. I got to level 8 combat, so that's pretty good. Okay. It's right after his best friend from like childhood abandoned him at the... Yeah, because Jeremy takes a drug, has like an alien in it, or makes some alien technology or something, but basically takes the drug, makes him popular. Yeah, and so basically his safety net's gone, yeah. Yep, okay. That's what I was thinking, and like that's why I'm like, I totally get how people latched onto it. It's just the popularity confused me. But I mean, it's great that that's kind of where it came from. But yeah, it was just where you'd have it where it's like, I mean, the best example I have in terms of popularity is just like people doing it in TikTok compilations, where it's like, do you know this song? Do you like this? You know, like those kind of like, do you like this musical kind of thing? And that was just always the song used for it. And I was just like, really? That's the representative song? But so that's all. Okay, I probably shouldn't be killing more things because I really should leave here soon, but oh well. But I need more bones, and I'm not getting many. Oh hey Marlin. Bye-bye. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the fact that certain songs get popular from musicals in terms of it, and not others is always like, really? That's the one that people thought was the Hallmark one? Okay. That's all. Wait, no, not those. Okay, and then we want to go over here, and we want to put a lot of stuff away. Oop, not that, though. Not that either. Oh, I am, for whatever reason, going on musical rants a lot tonight. Just where I'm just constantly talking about musicals. So like that's what we're generally talking about. Is just like I think the general points so far I've ranted about are how pro shots of musicals should be more available, like how they did Hamilton on Disney Plus, because it just makes people more money, and it's just confusing that in a capitalist society that doesn't happen. And then what was kind of the other stuff? Oh, then we kind of went into deep about like Be More Chill being a weird musical. I think that's kind of where we've been so far. um, yeah, the pro shots for sure. Well, and part of it is just I kind of opened it up where I'm a little more subdued because just unfortunately I am I had a bit of a rough weekend. I just mentally, in terms of it's kind of been I hate to call them a depressive episode because it sounds like it's like medically diagnosed, but it definitely was more kind of a lower mood and a lot more of the nasty thoughts and the saboteur hanging around. Um, so we just kind of talk about that. How I basically last night my therapy was let's watch Next to Normal and just let whatever emotions come out. Um, yeah, I do feel a bit better. It's one of those that's just like it's gonna have a time period. It's like a cold. I always like to compare it to that because it's basically the same. It's just at some point I got kind of in a more negative space, and you just kind of have to work your way out of it and use your tools. And my tool apparently is just sitting in front of my computer, grinding at Temtem and crying to a musical that I've seen way too many times to count. Uh, whatever works for it. This is the stream to talk about it. Like this is why I kind of created Mental Health Mondays. Like, it's a good time to talk about like it's okay to have these. That's the thing. Like, it actually one of the hashtags I used on Twitter was something I actually for whatever reason never really picked up on how great these lines were together. But maybe it's just I've aged a bit or something. But um, in Light, because Light always felt like an under or overrated one to me, but I'm starting to see more and more. I'm like, oh my god, this is such a good song on this musical. But in Light, um, Jennifer's character, why am I forgetting the name of the daughter? The daughter, I can't remember her name right. Natalie, there we go, haha. I thought of it before any chat said it. Putting it on record. But basically, Natalie, when speaking with Henry, um, basically goes through day after day. Let's see, what was it? Day after day. Something, and then bring me clouds or rain or gray. Bring me pain. If that's what's real, it's the price we pay to feel. And it's just like, when you actually analyze that, it's like, whoa. So my roommate came and asked me, "Oh yeah, you're good, Jax." Like I'm just gonna talk about musicals. If it's to avoid, so be it. But I'm gonna keep talking about musicals because, let's get to that point. But it's just that line really got me last night, and I think it's just the space I was in was just kind of like that thing of like, yeah, I have a down moment, but it's like, but at the same time, how can I have an up moment if I can't have down moments? If I don't encounter that, like, how do I know when I'm actually happy? And so it was just kind of a that's why that ended up in my hashtags today. I actually almost put freeze your brain as a hashtag. I'm like, no, that's a bad message for mental health. I shouldn't be taking anything from the musical Heathers for mental health. Um, oh, no, that's a really bad place to go on that. So, but that was under the original tweet, and I was like, maybe not do that. Maybe that's a bad idea. I really should go to bed, but I haven't yet. I'm just like, yeah, I probably should do that at some point here. Yeah, I'm pretty good on bars. I can kind of wait to see what I need. Let's go sell this quick and then go to bed. The down moments make those up. Yeah, they make the up moments, but like, because then I can tell, like, when I'm thankful for something or sort of thing. But yeah, it's just the down moment hits, that's what's happening. That's just how it goes. It's just, you know that. I warned the guys about it, and I just kind of was like, yep, this is unfortunately where I am. I'm kind of working on it, and you go from there. Let's just, you have your kind of tools to deal with it when it comes, and kind of keep going on and as much as you can, and choose your battles and what you can do at the time, and yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Is it raining again today? Is it gonna rain tomorrow? No, it's not gonna rain tomorrow. Okay. I'm like, it's raining again today, which is funny because I don't need it to rain. I have sprinklers now, but it's just kind of funny. Like, holy crap, this is a lot of rain. Um, okay, I got a recipe for a blueberry tart apparently, and I got. Oh, Caroline wants a pumpkin. That's right. Well, we need pumpkins anyway, because we need to bring them to. Yeah, that needs to go to the. Oh, lightning. Okay. Oh, was there lightning yesterday? No, because it looks like they're just filling up today. Okay, cool. Did I put pumpkin in here right now? I need to bring a pumpkin because I need a pumpkin and juice, I believe, for community center still. Yeah, I need juice here to cover that. I need pumpkin to cover that, and that gets me the greenhouse. Obviously, I have a bunch of other stuff still, but it was just more of that completes that. Yeah, this is probably waiting for the blobfish at this point. Although, oh no, that's right. When the lava eel reproduced, I wanted to just grab a lava eel from it. That's right. That was how I'm completing this one. The vault is just money, which I do have enough to do. I could unlock the bus if I really wanted to right now. I have a couple other things I want to do, so maybe I want to wait on... Let's see, cool. Don't care about the shed, don't care about the stable. Shipping bins are cheap, so I'm really not worried about that. Marnie's birthday is done, so let me cross that out. Let's cross out the pump for now. Bone quest, and then Robin for shed repair. Yeah, I think I was going to go check on the shed repair. Also prom is coming to Chicago next January. Yeah, it's coming... Oh gosh, I closed the window, 1 second. It's coming to Madison after that at some point. Let me look it up. I literally was just like, because I was listening to some of my musicals, I looked it up earlier, and I was just, it's coming here in March. Yeah, basically it's up here, it's Mean Girls in January, prom in March, and then Dear Evan Hansen in May. And so that's all I was like, oh, they're kind of spread out. Funny enough, Dear Evan Hansen's around my birthday next year. So I was like, yeah, that might be something I go, Do you have notes for, wait, notes for Stardew? Oh, complete. I have notes for everything. Maybe, okay, let me make the screen bigger for this, and I promise I'll remember to put it back. I promise. But I have, like, here's my notes for, like, okay, this is what because obviously I only stream once a week on this save file, so I need to remember things, and I'm terrible with memory. So I'm like, okay, here's the things I've written down for, like, these are important in Stardew Valley Expanded to be doing. So, like, it has the SVE at the top. Then I have it where I have a bunch of Temtem notes at this point of like things I need to be doing and such. So that's all together over here in this side. I have the note that I've now added the band's visit to, which is the note from recommendations during stream for musicals to listen to. We have a bunch of notes over here. I don't want to go through them right now, but for like coordinates within Minecraft server, which we just haven't been on for a while. So but it is something that does have that. Yeah, I make a lot of notes. I think it's something that generally just has progressed from my work self to my personal self, but yeah, it's definitely where I make a lot of notes. Sorry, I thought it was raining. I was like, is it coming in? It's like, no, it's just a breeze. But yeah, I make a ton of notes. I honestly do think so. I had an accident. I think that was college years. Does that sound right? Yeah, where actually, and I wonder if I can zoom in here and I can show it, but like, especially without my mustache, you can kind of see the gap there. I actually took basically a nosedive on a bike that stopped too quickly, going down a hill where it caught something. And funny enough, they fixed the sidewalks a couple of years after that. Like, they must have realized it was a problem in the city. But I actually like went forward on it, and I had a helmet on, so it like stopped it. But do you think I got a mild concussion? I just didn't say anything about it. So I do blame a little bit of my short-term memory issues on that. But I have terrible short-term memory though, so that's why I write a lot of notes, or I have a document generally, like for work especially, where I just have a Word document like, here's the things you need to do, that you've been told to do, and when's the deadline and everything. So, it's not an issue I don't. Like, I could remember most of what's on this list, but like, for SVE, like, I wouldn't have remembered that. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I need to go to the Lost and Found, because last week it said to go to that, or oh yeah, you need to go talk to Robin about the shed, because she's not going to talk to you again, so you got to remember that. But, especially, because in this one, got 3 Stardew games going at once, so there's one's off-stream, multiplayer, one's on-stream multiplayer, and then one is this one where it's modded on stream. So. Oh yeah, sticky. And well, it's funny because when we moved into the house, and this is something that shows that I don't use too many sticky notes. The fact that I've worked at home a lot and done all that, we actually got what was a complete post-it note pack from like the local Staples, just knowing full well I'd use them. I think I've even taken like one pad to work at this point when I had to go and needed it. But the fact that over a fully more than a year and I haven't, obviously I still have like the pads and stuff from it too that are going, but that I haven't actually gotten through all that is actually really really progress for me. But yeah, I make a ton of notes. It's one of those things I'm like, I could try to remember, but I'm terrible at remembering things, so why not just write it down and then I find it later. So, but I can help. Actually, I can kind of show this. So from our Magic stream, maybe I shouldn't show this because Dylan hasn't picked it up from here yet, but I actually wrote down that list that he told me to write down of cards, basically, and Belmont's Strixhaven cards, and I have it up here because I'm like, I'm not gonna remember to remind him what it is, and he's the one that did a lot of the highlighting and everything on it, and so like I just have a list sitting here, and then at some point I'll remember to give it to him when he's up here. So, but okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, so I was looking at the vault, and then yeah, bulletin board. So I need stuff for the dye bundle here. I can't get rib cabbage or beets quite yet, so that's not possible. Nautilus shells in winter. Home cook, I'm getting close to. Obviously, I need to start collecting eggs, but until I have the barn for milk, it's really not going to do much. So I haven't really done much with that at all. So, okay, well, I don't think I had... Oh, yeah, I had corn to collect, and I had the sap over here. So let's grab those, and then let's do our usual... Oh, there's actually a red mushroom on the the farm, which is interesting, because I haven't been looking for forage around. Oh, wow, there is forage around. I have not been looking for that, so that's a missed opportunity there. I didn't realize that you could have forage around. Okay, well, we are going to actually change out this... Now I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should change these out for other stuff. Yeah, maybe it's good to change it out for now since I'm not doing any crazy runs right now. So just put that in there for now. Oh, I'm still big screened. Yep, I told you I'd forget. I'm like, I'm not going to forget. And then what did I do? I forgot. So, thank you, Jax. I do appreciate it. This is why I think I always need an audience sometimes. What did I grab? Oh, spring onions. Oh, it's just one of those, like I said, I'm distractible, slightly manic. It's how it happens. What can I say? But okay, and then how much corn do we want to save? We should save some still. I've kind of just been saving the regulars because it's really not changing too much, so... Okay, what do you want for your quest? You want 3 fire crystals, fire quartz. I should definitely have 3 fire quartz on hand at this point in the game. Okay, so now once we get a second lava eel, I'm going to steal it, and that's what goes into the bundle then. Give them the quartz. Yep, I gave them the quartz. That's the second one of those. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got in here. We do have a little trash. Okay, so not too terrible, but we got stuff for our making our sashimi here in a little bit. I might actually just put that in the chest, honestly. So let's put it right there. And this just goes in my fishing rod for leftovers. We got this to sell as well, so put that in the sell area. It's raining again, which is actually kind of crazy. Okay, it does mean I need to feed them, though, actually, so it's probably good I came in here early to remember that. And then we can replace the egg that we had collected, which is the large egg here, and then, like I said, we're nowhere near a barn, so that's why I'm kind of just putting the eggs away. Once we're closer, we'll probably go for it, but... Slay 4 red slimes. It's unlikely, but it is possible that I might end up getting to that point, but I need to kill some of the skeletons first. We should be on 2 apples, yep. Actually, I might just grab the apples anyway, just because I'm heading that direction, and I don't want to forget to do it tomorrow. Just a bunch more things to sell. Cool. Because we just have a nice sales thing going. You know, we're just gonna keep it up. Oh yeah, I need to go check the cave though. I haven't done that in a bit. Oh, I went too far. What's a play that you think could be a very good musical? That's a good question. A play that could be a very good musical. I actually think about it because I think also the issue is I haven't seen many plays in a while. I've seen a lot of musicals, so I don't really have a ton on that. Just like going through the cycle of like, okay, what ones do I know of? That would be. I know we just get the rain while I'm thinking. It's like. I don't know. Now I'm like, now I gotta think about this. Okay, I might play. Musical comedy, a comedy of errors. Like, okay, Shakespeare. Like my first thing was like musical comedy murders of 1920, but I'm like, wait, that's not quite the same thing. Um, I would actually, on that note, I'd love to see more. I want to say horror focused, but like suspense focused. Like the 39 Steps is actually really cool, and so I'd love to see. Not to say more like it, where it's like, okay, it's four people playing a bunch of parts, but I'd love to see more in terms of more of a suspenseful direction. Clue the musical exists, though, right? Isn't that a thing? I feel like that's a thing already, and I don't know why I think it's a thing, but I feel like it already exists as a thing. That's in musical form. I mean, I know it obviously exists in play form, but um, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that already exists. Why do I think that exists? Oh, like an actual okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to make it not spoofy at this point because if people have seen the movie version will be like, that's what they'll look for. Um, It's a good play that you think could be a good. I'm like, ah. I don't think this specific example is a good example, but I will say we did Almost Maine in high school, and that was one of those musicals that I always that made me think more about the vignette style, where it's like a bunch of different stories. So I mean, like an Our Town Feel musical, I don't think there's a ton of those, and that would be kind of cool to see more of, where it's like a bunch of different stories. Maybe In the Heights kind of classifies as that a little bit, but it'd be cool to see more of that style, I guess. That's the closest I can narrow it down, I think, right now. It's just like, it'd be cool to see that style of musical a lot more, because then it's like you see a ton of stories, and it's a really kind of just cool direction to take. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but that was the first thing that came to mind on mine. Yeah, like something more just like vignette style, where it's, you know, because obviously people have made stuff where it's like you could, you know, you have the same composer, you can make the music themes seem very similar, but yeah, something like that, like an Our Town style or um, Almost Main style is the one I know off of hand, but that kind of style I think would be very, very good. That's right, also Spring Carolina Pumpkin. Oh well. Into the mines to kill the Skelly Boys. Ooh, we got the nice wintry music. That does show up on it, right? Yeah, you can hear it. Okay. I've been trying to adjust it because I felt like it's a little quiet, the music, generally, when I've had it on before, and I'm like, no, we need to have peak Stardew music. Like, come on. There we go. Yeah, this is all about speedrunning. I gotta remember that. It's all about running through, killing as many skeletons as possible, and then getting out of here. because we just need the bone fragments. We're actually doing not bad today. We've already gotten like 6, I think. Yeah, we're getting a lot more today, for whatever reason. There's a musical exhibition style, which it's all based off this one photographer's work. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, that kind of stuff would be really cool. I guess the other thing that came to mind, and I think I wasn't brave enough to say it first, because I'm like, this might be a hot take, but the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged would be hilarious as a full musical. I'm just gonna put that out there as a thought. It's already hilarious as a play, but like, yeah, just as a musical version would be very good. In terms of, especially some of the, or like more portions of it be musical, I guess, but it already kind of exists as a thing, so you have to like almost make it all musical. But maybe like an operetta sort of style, like, I don't know, just, that's where my brain goes of like, I want to see weird stuff, but like, the only other thing that came to my mind, unfortunately, is probably something that's not really like known well enough. It was a one act we did in high school. I know I keep going to my high school stuff, that's like all that comes to mind right now. Where it was called Life as a Techie or something like it, which I thought would be kind of cool as like a full musical at some point. Just because, one, it basically is parroting the fact that you're part of a musical. Like, it has a whole show within a show thing, which is a musical, and it's just so ridiculous that just it'd be kind of funny, but it probably wouldn't be that good, is the problem. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm as brave to say that one, but... Obviously, Warhorse would be. I mentioned Warhorse earlier. That wouldn't be a bad one in terms of a choice, in musical format. Although, like, you kind of have the horses, so you have to like figure out a way around that, because a lot of it's just watching the horse run. So I don't know if it would work as well. What is that musical that's a play within it? Oh, like within Life is a Techie, or because the musical within Life is a Techie is not a real musical. As far as I know, I really hope it's not a real musical. That is a terrible musical if so. Like, oh no. No, 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 no. Please no. All I remember from the musical within that show was a musical all about making a musical. It's a big spoof. Oh. I mean, we talking about Something Rotten? Like the recent one? Because that's the first thing I thought of when you said, like, it's all a spoof. But that's like really recent, so I don't know if that's what you're going for. But yeah, Something Rotten, that technically fits Something Rotten, where it's just like, they're gonna make that. I mean, obviously there's the producers, but I don't think that's what you're going for. Like, I feel like the producers is a little hard to forget, unfortunately. Fortunately or unfortunately. Yeah, not producers. It's a well-known one that a lot of people do. Because yeah, the first thing that comes to Something Rotten, like the show called Something Rotten, is the first thing that comes to mind when you say musical about making a musical. I mean, there's the sub-theme within Spam-A-Lot, but I don't think that's what you're talking about either. Which also, I really want to see Spam-A-Lot again someday. Like, I'm sad how much it's not done, because I'm sure it does not take that much to put on, honestly. Like, it's a bit older. Okay, well now I gotta look it up. Musical within a musical. Now I gotta use Google. First thing, Cabaret. I don't know if that quite counts. Not sure if Cabaret quite counts in this case, as something. Yeah, I came up with Spam-A-Lot. Is it title of show, maybe? I don't know that one as well, but that's one of the ones people are bringing up as like it's a musical about a group of friends creating a musical. Nope, not that. Okay. I don't know. Let me know, because I probably shouldn't just be looking it up because it's gonna make for like a really weird stream. But yeah, let me know on that one. I'm curious what yeah, it'll be okay. You're googling. Yeah, I'll put you on the case. There we go. I mean, like, it's probably gonna be a moment of like, oh yeah, that I remember that, you know, like, but I just offhand I'm just like, I cannot think of what you're talking about. Off of just that, like, it's funny because I like named 3 of them on the way, and I'm like, yeah, maybe that is a bit more common than I initially thought as a thing. Holy crap, we got 72 bones already. We're actually doing a really good job today of getting them for whatever reason. So let's keep this up. Also getting a lot of those. Yeah, getting a lot of those. Getting so many bone swords, holy hell. Yeah, we got 70. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good on the bones today. So maybe we can finish it today, and I can do the whole slimes tomorrow then. Maybe that's possible. Who knows? Oh, I gotta do this. There we go. I'll get some iron on the way. Because why not? I'll just have a ton of iron ore by the time I get back from all this. Ooh, we're getting a lot of diamond spawns, actually, I'm noticing, which is great, because like soon we're going to be to the point where we just might as well start selling it, or start making crystallariums out of them. So, definitely getting to that point quickly. Getting a lot of bat wings too, so we can definitely get the butterfly hutch once we get to the desert. Yeah, I don't see any up there, so we're just gonna head out. 79. Let's see. Okay, I think we're doing, yeah, how are we doing on the bone? We're at 82. That's really not too bad, but we're not finding any. Oh, here we go. Like, we're not finding any on this floor, which is a little worrying, but okay, now we just gotta find the stairs, leave, go back in till level 70, and keep it going. Oh, that's not level 70. There we go. So we just need to kill as many skeletons as possible for this quest, no matter how long that takes. Oh, jeez. There we go, got that slayed. Okay, we have another skeleton over here, which is good. I feel like I'm getting a lot of damage instances that I don't need to, but noise is off. Noise is off. Like, my sound isn't coming through, or? Oh, or is that the name of the musical? Noise is off. No, I should be fine. This sounds... Oh, that is the play musical thing. Okay. I'm just like, I think that's what you're talking about, but I'm not sure. And I'm like, uh-oh, am I actually not coming through? Because, hell, I had that issue with the screen a little bit ago. So, might as well just, you know, make sure. Okay, we have a bat over here. I think we're going to have another one coming toward us here in a second. Yep, because it's like on top of the skeleton. Oh, we're getting a lot of frozen tears though too. Jesus. It's gonna keep swinging until it hits, I guess. Okay, let's keep going around. Yeah, wow. I like that we found more stairs, but yeah, what do we got? 94. Okay, we have a chance. We still have a couple hours, so I think we can make it on this run. Let's actually go to the next floor then, because it's gonna have a better shot of finding them. $98. Okay, we got the shot. I googled the sentence musical with a bunch of sardines in it. Remember it as a musical with That's actually interesting though. It's a play about making a musical because I feel like that's tougher to do than like a musical about a play because the singing is a little tougher to pull off then in terms of not causing issues of how it's built. I don't know. Come on, give me stairs. I gotta get down to the next level so I can start getting more skellies. There. Okay, I see a skeleton over there. Ooh, a couple skeletons. Okay, let's see if they give me 2 bones. Oh, there's one. Aha! Got it. Perfect. Okay, where do I need to bring it? Museum counter. Okay, so we can't do that today. But I do want to see, actually, I don't know how late the Adventurers Guild stays open in the modded playthrough. Oh, Marlon's already gone. Never mind. So it's probably already closed. I knew it started at noon, which is earlier than usual. Yeah, noon to 10. Okay, never mind then. I was going to try and see if I could claim that reward, the vampire ring reward, because I'm pretty sure that's what I unlocked. But, oh well. But, oh yeah. See you in a bit. Let's see. Okay. So we got to keep, like, all but one of these bones to turn in, because we only need to turn in the 100 bones. Yeah. Okay. So, but the reason why this one's so good is that we actually will get a, we should be getting the, what am I trying to say? Brain. We should be getting the Bone Crusher now, which is really good for creating fertilizers. So that's actually really good if we can get that at this point. Oh, we gotta go on this one. Keep that, keep that, keep that. That should be everything. And then just pour this in. I think we only need 10 of any gem, per se. Yeah, that seems fine. That way we can sell some stuff. Let's just sell all of that quick while we're at it. Yeah, got all that away. Okay, and then we'll start saving the bones, because now we will have a reason to crush them later. So we have 18 now, but... Amaranth juice, that's right, that's the juice I got. So that's what it goes in for the bundle. We're going to keep 2 of it just in case I ever need juice for some reason. This is also a good time to mention that, like I said, this is a modded playthrough, that's why these look different. Otherwise they'd look very this would look like yellow, basically, but... because it'd be juice, but... They look different for each thing you put in, so that's why they have that little different feeling. At this point, I probably just want to make pale ale. Now let's make wine. Let's do it. We can do some crystal fruit wine. That's pretty good. Is this an item I can pick up? Oh, it is. I didn't even notice that was there. Let's see. Yeah, fish are gonna populate. Let's grab the stuff to make. Yeah, I've already saved one of those, so I can take both of these and sell them. Just kind of keep things going, you know? Just keep it going, keep it steadily rocking. Make that little bit of money. Did you hear they're making Mulan version 2? Well, on that though, they were making it, but as far as I understand, it's kind of hit a speed bump because of the scandal. And by that I mean actors and actresses of high profiles standing up to people causing issues in show business, and I don't think it's quite the forum to talk about that kind of issue in show business on this stream, so that's why I'm like not going into details about it, but I'd recommend looking up a bit of the controversy around that and Karen dropping out. Karen Olivier is actually, I believe, from my area. I think that's brought up before. Olivio, sorry, not Olivier. I believe... Isn't she in... No, she was born in New York. Why do I think she was... Who am I thinking of? Thinking of someone else. It's not Karen, it's someone else. Maybe? I don't know. I'm thinking of someone else now, but maybe she came to like study or something around or something. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I'd recommend looking it up. I will say from my stance, in case people are curious, I would be on the side, based on what I'm hearing, I would definitely be on the side of the actors and actress that are pulling out of the production to make a statement, because that kind of protest is very powerful. And hopefully it will cause some change. But yeah, there's a lot of controversy about like, hey, why aren't more people doing it? And yeah, we're not gonna go into that I think here because that's I also have not read up enough to feel I can make a good report of exactly what's happened, but without like missing probably pieces that are important. So oh, I didn't go to the lost and found again. I really should do that. Okay, do we have anything that's grown? We do not have anything that's grown, so we have a nice free day from it. We don't have any stuff to water because we got through that part already. So I think we're just doing a quick run here. And this goes into here, and then do we have two? No, we still only have one. So they should be showing up soon. But we can't quite finish the fish bundle yet. I mean, we could try fishing for it. I mean, I could just actually try to get a second one in fishing, but it feels like since I'm already having them reproduce in a pond, I might as well just kind of utilize that to my benefit because they're so hard to catch. Yeah, it's just kind of doing the cheatsies where I just like, well, instead of trying hard to catch the difficult thing, might as well just do it a little bit. Okay, let's do some of the running around that I need to do to like talk to Robin and like do all that because I need to turn in my quest anyway. So I have a lot of different places to run and do things like all of this right here. So it's probably first to start up where Robin is just to see if I can actually complete the shed that they're talking about early. But sell, sell, sell. Oh, I need to turn. Oh, I never put the eggs into the actual makers. I'm paying attention. Let's try that again. Let's go put those in. Put you in. You in. Eventually we'll have a dinosaur, but it apparently takes a bit to hatch. I forgot how long it does actually take to hatch those, so. Myrene, I agree with you. Yeah, it's one of those that's like I hate to compare it to like Hollywood issues and things, but it's like I think there's been a lot of that there, and it's finally kind of coming out in the theater realm, which I think is good. There are a lot of people obviously that are calling for more to do it, but dinosaurs take so long. Yeah, they really do. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have put that in first before doing the duck, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm glad I did it. You know, I'm glad I made that choice. So. Okay, so if we're going to do a tour, like I said, we're going to start up with Robin first, I think, because most things aren't open yet, so if I hit Robin early, I can walk on down and hit a lot of that. Oh, that's right, I want to go to the mines. That's a bit far away from Robin's. Oh well, I'll have a little bit of a brisk walk then. Kind of forgot how far away this is now. I used to use this to go to Robin's quickly all the time, but it's probably just quicker to walk nowadays than to go there. Or like just go quarry, so you don't have that extra loading screen, but I guess this way we'll look for some more forageables and see if we see anything. Oh, yep, there's actually a hazelnut down there. That will become important in year 2 to befriend the person that sends me bombs in the mail. Maybe we'll make an early run on the Skull Cavern then on that. Ooh, a cutscene. I don't remember what this cutscene is, but Hey, I know what materials I need, so let's get right to... Oh, this is literally the cutscene. That's why I don't remember it. I've never had this cutscene before. Estimate 150 pieces of hardwood. Okay, do I need to write this down? Probably. Let me write it down the back here. The 150 hardwood. 600 stone. Okay. I mean, it's probably like if you go ask her, she'll tell you, but I'm like, 50 iron bars, so I guess we're back to... mining that winter level, and 20 battery packs. Okay, this is expensive. This is very expensive. Wow. Like, the 50 iron bars is the thing that made me like, holy crap, that's a lot. Like, everything else was like, yeah, that makes sense, but whew. I probably discovered this earlier than I was supposed to, but oh well. So a lot of rotten wood and rust, that's what age can do to a building over the years. Yeah, because just an old building up on the farm. There's no rush on this project, gather it on your own time. I put a trunk in the building, I put a trunk in the building for you to drop off materials if you recruit them. Oh, that's good. So I don't have to come up to Robin every time to give it to her. It actually makes more sense than I should write it down, so. Okay, I think that's all I need up here. But you know what? I'll give Robin a flower, because I'm already up here. You know, a nice gold flower. I didn't realize it would be that quick. I thought it was going to be like, okay, I need to write this down or figure it out or something. But it's like, no, it was just kind of like, here you go. Okay, then we gotta go in here, and we're going to unlock the greenhouse. Which is very good to do. Oh, it's actually. Oh, it is on a quest. Okay, well, I don't need it written down now, but. Grandpa's shed, yep. Oh, it treats it kind of almost like how the secret orders work. Where it just like, it's like, here's the running total of what you need. So. Cool. Cool. I'll take it. Yeah, let's unlock the greenhouse now. So we have some juice, which will unlock that bundle. And, oh, it gives another keg, which is actually kind of nice. Another pumpkin, which gives us a bee house, which is almost going to be obsolete soon, but... No, but unlocking the greenhouse before the winter market is actually kind of big, because that's where you can get seeds for the whole year, like wherever seeds from what season you want, without having to wait for the season for them to come back. Or having to, use a seed maker for a while. Yeah, so foraging, we need winter stuff. We can't do that yet. Lava eel for this. You know what? We have the money. Let's just unlock the bus. Maybe we want to go to it tomorrow. Who knows? We have the materials to start doing it. So let's just go on a bit of a shopping spree and unlock this stuff. Let's see. Next we'll do 5,000, which gives us quality fertilizer. Cool. Next we'll do 10,000, which gives us a lightning rod. Okay. And then 25,000. Crystallarium. Perfect, because I wanted to do it for that. I'm actually curious how it does that. I've never completed 2 bundles in one day. So I don't know if it actually fixes both of them, or if it just does one at a time in the evening. So like I get greenhouse and then I get bus. So I am going to test something out that I've never done before. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, usually you don't complete 2 bundles in one day, but apparently I just saved up the right amount, and I was just like, yeah, it's just kind of time to do it. Maybe I'll save the lava eel to do that with the other one to see if I can do like 2 tests in one run through of it. Okay, and then we gotta go to Pierre's. We have to give Caroline a pumpkin for Spirit's Eve, the usual quest for that. Willie wants Joja Cola. I probably have some of that, so I can go give that to him tomorrow. Let's see. Who was I? Oh yeah, I was giving stuff to Sophia. I just don't even remember what I was supposed to give her, so I'll have to figure that out a different day. Hello, Caroline. Where is it? There's a pumpkin. Cool, can clear that out. I just have a lot of quests right now, I noticed, so just like, I really need to deal with a lot of these. I actually don't think I'm going to end up getting to the Slay the Monsters. So we're just going to get rid of that. I got too much to do. Yeah, I've already discovered this. This will start giving us tea leaves tomorrow. So, worst case, if we were in that much of a bind, we could have put the tea in to brew, but at this point I was like, I might as well just give the juice. I had enough time before the tea leaves come up, and then the tea is just mine to have. Was there anything? Oh yeah, I need to go to the museum, because I need to turn in the bones, which are right on my screen, so I don't know, I forgot that, but... And then I think I want to do some farm stuff with my energy, because I have a lot of energy, so I really should start dealing with some of it. And that will give us some money back for today. I should do a geode run at some point soon too, probably, but... Hey, Harvey. Yeah, is there anything else I'm gonna do today? I don't think so. Oh, it's Robin's birthday tomorrow. I I might have a peach saved up. I should check that, actually, when I go back here. Because I have a peach saved up, I really should probably give her that, because that's a love gift. Okay, let's... I have to go around to say hi to my Flareon. Let's see. Oh, that would actually be in this one. Do I have a peach? No, I just have the apple and the orange. So, what does she like? Let's go find out. I don't remember offhand. Oh, she likes cauliflower, remember, but I don't want to give that if I don't have to. She does like chocolate cake, which I just got one for free. She likes diamonds, which I have a ton of those at this point. Maybe she doesn't. I could have sworn she liked peach, but now it's not saying it on there, so I'm like, maybe I was just wrong on that from the start. I just had a ton of peaches. Or I'm thinking of someone else, maybe. But, yeah, I think that makes the most sense, though, is just to give that, because everything else is... I could do eggplant parmesan. Yeah, I can cook now. I might as well do a cooking dish. So, let's grab an eggplant and a tomato, and we'll just make eggplant parmesan for her. Which I don't have the recipe for. How do I get the recipe for eggplant parmesan? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just do that. Oh, I need Lewis to like me a lot. Okay, that's probably not going to happen. So, um, everything, well, yeah, tomato and beet. I'm not going to have. Everything else is like needing other ingredients like sugar or wheat flour or oil. Yeah, so maybe we'll just give one of the chocolate cakes, honestly. I don't think it makes sense to hoard them because I'm not going to probably... Pink cakes are better, so... Yeah, we'll just give that as a gift then. We'll kind of put this up here to put away here in a second. Do we have a crystallarium set out? I don't think we have one already. So that's kind of crazy, actually, that we don't have one already. But I guess until you get it from there, or from the museum, which I don't think I've gotten that yet. Yeah, that you wouldn't have it yet, so... Yeah, we have an extra keg, which we'll just kind of put that right here then. An extra bee house, we'll put that right there. An extra lightning rod, which I need to collect from anyways, so... Let me actually clear this out a little bit to make some room for it. There we go. Now it's a little cleared up. I actually do think I could put it... Nah. We'll put it right here. Then to collect the battery packs, because apparently I need 20 of them now, so... That's a lot. Yeah, we also need to be cooking iron bars. Ooh, we do actually have... I'm going to be collecting battery packs, probably. Yeah, I'll leave them in here for now, because I don't want to turn them in unless I have everything. Which I don't quite, because I don't have... So I have the stone, I have the battery packs. I will have the iron bars. Do I have the hardwood? That's the part I'm not as confident in. Yeah, I only have 88. So I gotta work on that first, but once I get done with that, then I'll turn in. But that actually tells me I should go and get some hardwood. That's part of it. Yeah, anything? Oh yeah, there's a mushroom over here. Yeah, we kind of want to make sure this is all cleaned up over here, because obviously we're going to be using the greenhouse now. This is probably actually where I'm going to put the teleporter. When we're talking about teleporters, is over here in this junction, so I can quickly move over here if I, from the other side of the farm. At that point, this is actually a farm where I would love to have more than one teleporter location, but... Oh yeah, it's a little late, Jax. Yeah, feel free to lurk. Yeah, this is what I always say, is like, I have no problem with lurking, because it's something where, I try to do it actually for a lot of other streamers as much as possible. Just like where I'm just like, oh yeah, I should just throw it on there so they can get a view, because like the difference between a couple views on Twitch is huge in terms of the categories. Like, it doesn't seem like much, but it's actually quite large. So that's why it's always really a good idea to do it if you just have like your computer sitting around, you're not using it, just to throw someone on to get that traffic, especially if it's someone who's kind of does not have as much of a audience base like us, that's honestly huge. So I always highly recommend that if you're ever curious how to support someone, that is a very good way to do it. Da. Oh, I don't need that. Yeah, let's just get a lot of hardwood. Obviously, we have the mahogany trees, but I don't want to do the mahogany trees until we have the quest for hardwood, because that gets you such a good head start um, on it. And often on day ones of seasons, you might lose a day in terms of a quest, so I want to make sure I have that stored up just in case. But this should be more than enough for right now. Just for the 12 a day should probably be pretty good. I mean, in like almost a week of doing it, I should have it. So just gotta keep remembering to come down here and grab it quickly, because it's connected to the farm, like, it makes sense to be able to do it, but I'm gonna keep that mushroom. I don't care if it's like in the way of things. It's just, I don't want to lose the mushroom tree, because it's so good. Yeah, we're gonna do some chopping of some trees quick, because, one, having the wood's never a bad idea, but two, just, there's a lot of stuff in the way of different places. Okay, let me in. Yeah, so there's this box here now where I can put stuff. Hell, actually lets me, like, store. I could just start storing the wood in now, because it just lets me store it, so might as well. But yeah, I don't know what this does. I don't know what part it has in my story, but it's like, hey, here's a shed, and I'm like, well, then I don't have to buy a shed. So that sounds great for reducing one shed count that I would have to buy normally. Yeah, it's especially cleaned up down here because this entrance is yet again getting encroached on. So we need to make the room here. And again, this is always, it's not a ton, but this all adds up for foraging experience over time. So, because at this point it's kind of a race to beat out combat, because combat's the one lagging behind. So, make a little mini game of like, well, not make sure none of them fall behind combat, and then you'll just keep up, because obviously I'm going to be getting a lot of combat experience once I unlock the boss, and I'm going to the Skull Cavern, so. Yeah, we're going to use a lot of energy today chopping down those trees, and you know what? It's probably a good thing. Because a lot of these are very, very annoying at this point. Like, they're starting to get in the ways and cause path issues, and so. But, I mean, it's nice, because obviously I have a bunch of free wood that I've just gained by leaving this alone, but at the same time, at some point it starts becoming more of an issue than actually a benefit, so. Well, I do have another mahogany tree seed, so I should go plant that. Yeah, I've just been doing it like this, and then this is a free mahogany seed to then put down here. Don't know what that's from. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that then. Any other mahogany seeds that I can't see? I don't think so. Just to kind of keep those going. Do we have more tree fertilizer? I know I should be chopping down trees because that's what I was doing, but I'm like, if we have tree fertilizer, I should put it on there. I don't know if I left some, though. No, I think I used up all of the ones I had, if I had any. Yeah, fiber and stone. Okay, so I just need like 10 stone. And then 10 fiber. I have more than enough of because I've just been saving all of it. Cool. Because yeah, tree fertilizer will help it grow quicker, and that will just kind of keep it as a backup. And obviously I'd love to get the hardwood quest while I'm trying to collect hardwood, because that would just, double the benefit, but we'll see what comes up here on the 22nd. And obviously I'm rooting it for it to be the hardwood quest, but. a hazelnut. Did that fall out of the tree, or did I just find that? I don't know actually where that came from. I didn't think you could get it from a tree, but maybe in modded you can? I don't remember that being a thing normally, though. Do we have... yeah, we have all those. Yeah, we're getting a good chunk of it, though. I didn't expect to be able to clear a full path or anything, but it's just one of those kind of like, well, it'd be nice to be able to walk a little bit through here, possibly. So, getting some of this stuff out of the way means that we have more potential in the future as trees grow to just chop it down quickly and deal with it. Obviously, winter's going to be the best time to deal with it because in winter trees aren't going to grow, so it's a good way to kind of force the issue, but... Okay, we've gained a lot of good stuff today, so let's see. I think I'm going to sell the gold chanterelles, sell those silver star ones. Here, sell the gold star there. Okay, we can put that away. Actually, I might swap these and sell the silver one then. Let's put some stuff away here. We've got a lot of wood though. That's why I'm like, I probably should use it on something, but it's like, oh, whoops. But what do I use it on at this point? Okay, we need a hazelnut to put in there. Let's also save the purple shrooms. Why not? I do think I'm going to take this stuff and put it in here now. I'm officially running out of room elsewhere. So now that we've kind of dealt with some of the fish piles, I think that's a way to say, yep, that's probably done. In fact, I might actually just make some of them to sashimi right now. This one. Oysters, periwinkles, anything else that I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing to use. Snails, again, go to a different dish. I don't want to use that. Crab, the same. Crayfish, don't. So we can kind of use that. Yeah, let's just do this. Sell a bunch of other stuff. And then in we go. Cool. Well, that... Okay, so here's the greenhouse. So that's the one I expected to for sure happen overnight. Now, the question is, does the bus happen right after? I guess two questions. One, does the bus happen right after? Okay, didn't. And then two, is the bus still open? We just haven't seen the cinematic for it. Or can you only unlock one per night? I'm actually curious about that. Like, it might just be like, oh, you only get one per night. You chose the greenhouse first, so that's what you get first. Okay, Queen of Sauce today. Some glazed yams. Nice. Very timely in terms of the year. And somewhat annoyed. So we wouldn't go to the desert probably anyway today, but... Yep, we got the bone mill. Okay, how do you make the bone mill? I don't remember offhand. 10 bone fragment, clay, and stone. That sounds like something I'd want to do. 10 bone fragment, clay, and just stone. So let's just grab stone. Yeah, we do have clay. Okay. These things are great, not gonna lie. You can get so much fertilizer from the bones that you bring back. It's incredible, actually. We're gonna put it like... Can't put it behind my house apparently, which is a slightly annoying, not gonna lie, but let's put it right there. That's probably a good spot just to throw bones into. But yeah, you can do 5 bone fragments or like actual bones you dig up. So like if you dig up the oh, why did I put the honey down on a different day? Actually, I wonder if I do this now and put it back down if it will sync up. Probably. Put more in here. Like I said, we're gaining slowly. We have gotten our first lava eel roe, so that's going to come in here, and then we're going to put that in the jars as we go. Obviously, eventually, we'll have jars just for the fishing ponds and jars for the fruit, but for the time being, we're not getting enough from the roe to really warrant it. Okay, then we have eggplant today, it looks like. Oh, and some wheat. Cool, we'll get both. We should have a bunch of wheat seeds, because I just, like, overloaded on them last time, but... That's going to get us some hay and some wheat. The wheat we are keeping for the time being, in case people are curious of why I'm like going to keep like every single piece of wheat that we get. Is that's to keep because we do have the Jody bulletin board community center quest. And so as a result, we need 100 wheat flour, which is way cheaper to get a mill and use the wheat that you have rather than going through the the method of buying the 10,000 G worth of it. So you'll see we actually have a fair amount of wheat already stored up. I don't need this much wheat, I know that. Anything that's left over after this, I'm like if I get enough in the silver and regular, for instance, I'm going to go ahead and sell the gold. But like anything left over becomes beer. So I'm really not too worried. It's also that wheat isn't worth that much money in general, so it's not like I'm missing out on anything. But getting the mill also allows us to mill the rice, so that's actually pretty good. Which becomes actual rice instead of just the unmilled. So there's a lot of different features that we want to do that for. Okay, let's see. So we got things going there. Do we have a second one though? We don't have a second one of those yet, no. Okay. Just always checking, you never know. We should have a couple apples, so let's just grab those while we're up here. Because this is going to be good if we want to... Apples are, if I remember, that's on the upper end of the different fruits you can get for base value, so it should be pretty... Oh, actually, we want to do this, because we're going to keep less of things and sell more. Okay. So we can go ahead, grab this. I just realized I never actually opened up the coop. So I'm going to do that when I leave today. Ooh! Dinosaur hatched. Okay, what do we want to call it? What's funny? What's funny? No, that's not quite. Chacho? Chacho. Like it. Cool. So now we need to grab a duck egg and put that in, because we want a second duck. And it's going to be a bit till the dinosaur actually gives us an egg anyway, so it's not like it makes a huge difference here. Which is why I was kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put a duck egg in when it gets to that point, and we'll be all good. So, we now have a dinosaur. Okay, and then we want to open the door. That's right, we want to make sure that they eat this grass, because then we don't have to collect it here within the next week. We can, obviously, we do have a mod that allows us to collect it and save it in a chest, so it's not like we're missing out on anything. It's just more of, you know, like, do I want to? Okay, it is Robin's birthday. Oh, it's Robin! I looked up Jody, not Robin. So let me look up Robin and see what she likes. I don't give her something that Jody likes and be very confused. Goat cheese, a peach, and spaghetti. Okay, I was not wrong on that. She does like hardwood though, so I might just give her a piece of my hardwood. That, I should just stop talking. I'm doing a lot of things that should not be said now. We're gonna go with quartz. It's a lot safer than saying the other thing a lot, and yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. So yeah, we actually don't need the chocolate cake as much as I thought we did. Let's take out 20 of this, and then start cooking that, because we're going to need a bunch of that. So we need to make sure we're constantly cooking iron. I'll put the chocolate cake away on my way out. So yeah, we do have the greenhouse. I'm thinking I'll probably want to be... Wow, this is way bigger. Holy crap. Okay, how many spaces do we have? Because that's what I was actually curious. Cause it's like, oh, there's spaces for trees. I'm like, really? So that's 13 spaces. 13 spaces and what? So that's interesting because there's 6 trees. So that's almost a bit uneven. We could plant more in the sides. Like, it doesn't have to be all on the spaces, but it definitely is a little interesting. Also, it seems bigger. I might have... I think I just made it bigger in general, so I actually have to redo how my sprinklers are gonna work and figure that out for maximum value. So I'm just creating all sorts of challenges for me here. But yeah, I do want sprinklers for that though. So that is definitely a quest to begin at some point soon. Do I? Is that just another? Oh, that's another mushroom, but it's not going to grow next to that one. So I might as well just take down these trees around it. Especially because I just don't want them here. I only want the mushroom. That's it. Okay. So we gotta go chop down some trees though, or some stumps. 'Cause we need the hardwood. Oh, there's a gray slime over there. That's gonna drop some stone and stuff. That's from the quarry. So I guess because we unlocked the quarry, they start showing up here. Or no, we haven't unlocked the quarry yet, have we? That's in winter. So I guess they just start showing up here at some point, and I just have never realized that. That is the one thing that's probably not great. Is I'm gonna go check the merchant because I actually did not grow a rare seed at all during this fall. I don't believe. I don't remember doing it, so I actually need to go do that in the. I need to be going and doing that inside the greenhouse. So that might be a mission to do here quick. Knowing full well I'm just gonna go give Robin a gift. But yeah, let's go ahead here. And then I can run up, do Robin's thing, come back. But I need to go and check here to see if there's a rare seed, because I probably should grow a sweet gemberry, maybe multiple. No, there is not. I don't know if she actually does it this late. That's the only problem. So I might be like out of luck here for a bit on that one. But there's an octopus for 450. I don't value getting, because yeah, what do I unlock when I do the fish pond? I don't value the panning that highly that I want to rush it for like a couple days earlier. So we're gonna ignore that. But it definitely crossed my mind as a like, oh, do I just get the octopus right now? But if I hadn't gotten the lava eel pond going, I probably would. But it does not make sense when I'm about to have a new lava eel in like less than a week. Oh my gosh, we got so much stuff. Okay. So there's a lot for me to do, but I do want to put the lava row in, and then we can do the fruit from something. Actually, we could just do the apples. Why not? We have a couple of them. We need to grab this, and then these. I know, shush. Put all of this in. Grab 20 more, and get some more iron going. Especially if we're gonna be making some sprinklers. We're gonna need that. Wood, hardwood, fertilizer. We'll just save some of this because we're already here. And we're just saving stuff anyway. There we go. That's not too bad. I do need to replant though. That's something I have not done yet. So I'm like, yeah, I will come back and do that because I want to make sure I get Robin her gift for today. Because if I don't, then it's going to be a little sad. So let's go ahead and specifically go and do that quick. Because yeah, she is up there, right? Before I go all the way up there. Yeah, she's up there. Okay. So like quickly just to kind of trigger the birthday stuff. Let's go do that. I gotta clear out the trees up there too, but I just haven't. Honestly, I'm like the trees up there haven't been too bad, and they haven't really blocked the caves. I've just kind of ignored them, but they will become a problem at some point. So I do have to kind of cull them a bit at some point. Okay, we'll go ahead and. Oop, glitched out a little bit there, and I jumped. And give you some quartz because you seem to like it. Yeah, I remembered your birthday. Awesome, woohoo! And you're up to 3 hearts, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all, considering I really haven't been going for much relationship right now. Prehistoric skull. Okay, this one I have to turn in the museum. I'm like, if that's something that isn't for the museum, I can grind it into fertilizer. But, nah. This one has not been turned in yet, so we should go turn it in. Which I guess we did get kind of a a blackberry here then. Oh yeah, we have to go pick up the tea leaf. I'm glad I remembered that because I can do that quick in here before it closes up. So let me just raid your tea bush. Let's see. Maybe do I not have enough relationship with Caroline where it hasn't? No, it's happened. Oh, maybe it doesn't happen until the 22nd. Maybe I'm too early. Yeah, maybe it doesn't happen until the 22nd. I thought it started on the 21st, but now I'm like, wait, 7 days. See, yeah, that would be starting with the 22nd. So I'm just a day early. That's all. That's all. Oh, while I am here though, I probably should. Oh no, I can make a seed maker. Okay, I don't need to buy seeds necessarily for like cranberries or something. Because like cranberries and blueberries I always have enough of, so it's not like I need to do anything about that. Yeah, museum, that's where I'm heading. Then we'll have a new quest tomorrow to check out, so that will kind of guide what we're doing a little bit. I take a little break just after this just to get up, stretch, maybe get a snack or so. Yeah, something sweet, some gummy bears. I don't know. Who knows? But just to take that little break is never a bad idea. Okay, so I got that. I might as well use the minecart to head back, so I'm just going to go back to the farm. Oop, there's actually a wild plum up here, which I will probably go sell. So Pam did come here, actually, so what does it say when I do this? It still lets me buy a ticket without Pam here, which might be a mod thing. So maybe the bus did unlock, actually, at the same time, and we just didn't get to see the cutscene because of, obviously, what we had done in terms of timing, but... Okay, so we need to plant some... Yeah, well, we do have some bok choy. Does it make sense to do that? We do have enough wheat at this point, so maybe it makes sense to do some bok choy instead and just kind of really use that up. Because we're probably going to plant wheat over the next couple days when this things come up. So it's not like we're not going to get more wheat. And this would be a good way just to kind of finish up the bok choy and what it's doing. There we go. Just get that planted, get it going. Getting so much iron now. Okay, now the only thing I want to look at is sprinklers though, because I don't think I have an iridium bar yet, right? Oh no, I do have 2 iridium bars. So I could start putting iridium in there. And the question is, do I want to put iridium in there, or do I want to be making sprinklers for out here for that? Ooh, that's a dilemma. I probably actually care about more in there, because like small sprinklers out here is not an issue. We have room. So if I do that, it does put me under the battery pack threshold, though. Maybe I just do 1 for now in there, and then I have 20 battery packs. And I'm just really in trouble if I don't get battery packs for anything else, but yeah, and then it's a gold bar. Let's do it. Let's take the plunge. Let's just make one. We can also make a seed maker, so let's do that quick. Which is going to, unfortunately, take a lot of the coal, but we definitely want a seed maker, I think, at this point. And then the wood. And we might make another one soon, but I'd rather just start with one with the amount of, the level of coal it takes to do it. And then we're going to do this. So then we're actually going to, like, put this up. I'm going to put it right here, I think. Well, actually, it'd be better to put the crystallarium here, because that's closer to collect. And then we put the seed maker up here along with the bone crusher. I think that's best. Again, this stuff is going to be gone eventually, and all this will shift down. I'll probably put the honey elsewhere, like over here or something, but for now this is a good kind of collection to kind of keep everything contained. But what that means is I can begin to... One, I can start doing the winter route, which is important at some point, but I can also be turning... Let's see, blueberries or... I think cranberries are better here. Which has a better base? I don't remember. Oh, not the... No, I want the crop, the blueberry page. So blueberries on their own for base are going to be... Let's see, they're going to be making wine that is 210, because I have the artisan. So they're going to be making... Which is the same, actually, as jelly, so that's good to know. What does the cranberry do? Cranberry's wine is slightly more, so... We're probably going to be making more wine... Doesn't like I could also be making melons, because getting more of these for pink cakes eventually is probably important. Oh, hey there, mister. What do I have in terms of crops? I do have strawberries, which is something that I don't have many of. So I could be growing these in there. How are strawberry seeds? How do those match up? Is the question. Strawberries, that makes way better wine. Okay, we might be doing strawberries in there then. Okay. Like, holy crap, that does a lot. I don't think we have any yet now, so we just have these at the time. We don't really care about the quality of strawberries at this point. I don't think. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing recycling these. Yeah, I don't think we really care about the quality, but it also probably just makes sense to throw down some general fertilizer, right? Because what do we have? We have quality fertilizer, but I don't think that makes a difference, because we're not looking for quality crops in this. Like if we were doing melons or something, this would make sense. I don't think we care about quality retaining soil because we have a watering, we have a sprinkler. Speed grow, yeah, I think it's better to just do generic fertilizer. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I think, yeah, we'll just go ahead. We'll make this space for it. We'll get it going, growing, because then we can just forget it. That's the nice part. We can just forget the strawberries for a while, let them do their thing, and then, you know, as they grow, we can then get some really good base stuff later. What the hell? It's having a little trouble now. Something glitched out a little bit there with the visual, but we're going to ignore that for now. And just go in here, and hopefully it will go away. Yeah, it went away. It just, like, the top cover freaked out a little bit. Okay, so we don't want to go too far away, I don't think. So we're going to start... let's start with it looking nice over on the left side. Because yeah, then we can, like, put it off to the right side. So this would be a good spot where it has it all around. And we will create our little space. So what's that? That is 11, yep. Because it's going to fit 24 eventually. And so if we start with the 11 here. Yeah, we'll just get strawberry plants here going. I mean, we'll accumulate enough where I'm not too worried about having enough of them. So we can always just have a nice stockpile of strawberries to the point where we can always move the seeds around or just say, you know what, we're done with them, you know, whatever we decide. But yeah, we'll eventually get that. We're going to want to make a chest over here, so maybe I want to go grab some wood for that right now, quick. Just have a chest in there. We can put kegs in there and just make the wine in there for now, but eventually it will turn to a shed, so I don't know if that's the best idea to kind of place them and then not be able to do much with them later. Let's see, yeah. Let's grab this first, put that away, and more copper, or more iron, whatever I'm doing. Because yeah, I mean, once we get the hardwood, we can figure out what this shed questline does and if it adds anything extra to the game other than just being a shed. But got that, got that. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the stuff over here, sell it. I want to keep money up just because I did kind of spend a lot of money, and if we're gonna start worrying about crops in the winter, as in getting the greenhouse going, it's going to kind of be important to worry about it. I will say I probably should upgrade my copper watering can, so I should make 5 more iron bars than what I need. Because I really should put this in, knowing full well that I might actually care about watering now in the winter. Yeah, because these are all watering by themselves. I don't have to actually water them at this point, so I think that's probably a good way to kind of get that going. We'll do that tomorrow then. Yeah, because everything else is kind of getting upgraded just fine. And this is only going to be 5,000. We can afford it at this point, so yeah. Just I love how it says we're feeling healthy, but like there's only one of you there, but okay. Maybe I do want to actually put just like a hop in there, just to get some value out of it taking a while for the wine. So we'll do that. I mean, we do have some honey as well, right? Worst case, we could do the beer, but I'd rather not. Yeah, we do have some honey as well. Worst case, that we can be pushing through. So we have options if needed. Trying to think what else. Let's see. So we already took the shed. We turned in the juice. We got that done. We can unlock the bus. Obviously something to think about is this more. Wait, no more fish ponds. I already have that on there. Yeah, we're kind of at a weird, funky spot right now. Cause like I have all this stuff. I'm like I probably should build, but I don't have to, which is nice. I'm kind of in this great middle spot of everything. What do we have? We have George coming up. That's gonna be a leak. That's gonna be really easy, so we're not worried about that. Oh yeah, chest in the greenhouse, because that is kind of important to start storing the strawberries there separate, because if I'm making, and actually I should grab the seed maker probably. Yeah, we'll grab it and put it in there. I can always bring it back, but I think it makes more sense to be in there if we're going to be growing strawberries and immediately turning them into plants. Once we start getting to the point of, okay, now it's not a huge issue, we don't have to worry about it, then we can start just collecting and not worrying about it. But yeah, I think putting this like right here, putting the chest like right there, is probably a good idea. Yeah, okay. Whew. Just in case, it happens to be a Skull Cavern day or something tomorrow, I want to be prepared for it. I have the rubies and I have the Omni Geodes to like get a good start on that, so it's not all that worrisome anymore. Oh yeah, this is gonna go into this. Yeah, it's basically gonna take the rest of our iron ore, which is probably good, because it was just kind of sitting there anyway. We weren't doing much with it. Worst case, we transmute a couple copper bars, but we are gonna be a little short on iron for a bit. Until we kind of go to the mine and get a bit more. But yeah, on that note, I think we are going to take a very short break. So I will see you all in just a little bit. Take care of yourself. Make sure to take your meds, hydrate, do anything you need to do. Open window if it's warm, get some fresh air. I'll understand. But we'll see you in just a little bit. And I'm back. Hello. Okay, so let's see here. So I actually got some nice wintry holiday Hershey Kisses that we still have around. So like, yeah, I'll have a few of those little sweet tooth kind of thing. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what we got. I don't know why I look at living off the land. I've already seen all of it like multiple times, but well, just look like a normal day today. Nothing too crazy. Oh, did the skull unlock the sewer? Because that's actually huge for us affording, like, especially when we get a big money boon here in a bit, affording the iridium sprinklers by money. Also promising news. Gave a considerably large donation. You'll be receiving a portion of it in the mail. Ooh. I get some money for doing all this, apparently. Oh, is that it? Oh, so I don't actually get the... Huh, interesting. How do you get the rusty key? Wait, do you get it through something else and I've just been, like, rushing the museum to try to do it? Let's see. Rusty key. The rusty blade, but that's not what we're looking for. No, because that's not what we're looking for. That I don't want to know what those things are. Um, like there's a lot of stuff I'm like, about that. So that no, that's not it. Um, okay, that's once I have it. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Wait, Gunther gave the players the rest key instead of. Oh, so Marlin does give it. Okay, so let's go back to Marlin. Apparently, Marlin does give the rusty key. Oh, yeah, there's just like ads that keep popping because like I have a small window and so it's not liking me very much in the slightest here. Okay, let's see. New theater films. A player has donated 60 items. Well, let's find out how many I've donated, shall we? So these are what? 10 across, so 9, 16, 23, 30, 37, 39. Yeah, I've donated all of that, so that's not 39. Um, this would make it 45, 51, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. Okay, so this would pass it, so... Wait. Gotcha, so this is gonna... Yeah, if the player has talked to Gunther after joining 69 before talking to Marlin, Gunther will say he saw Marlin's going to the sewer once. Gotcha, okay, so... Okay, there's a couple different ways I can get it, but it looks like basically... Yeah, basically there's a couple different things that would trigger it in certain events. Oh, so eventually, even if you don't actually make Marlin like you, you'll actually eventually hit this. Gotcha. In year 2, I would have hit it. Gotcha. Okay, I'm seeing this. I mean, I'm just so used to Gunther doing it that I'm just like, wait, someone else can do it? What? And my brain just apparently just lost its mind at that. Okay, that's that. We have some yams to collect here as the light is coming up. So yeah, if I remember, neither of these I had extra seeds for because they take too long. So yams take, I think, 9 days or something. No, not 9 days, that doesn't sound right. Like 11 days, amaranth takes 7. Like, they're both too long, so we had switched it to just say that's just going to be bok choy and wheat. We're just going to clean it up at this point, and that's all we need to do. So this is what I was saying. I'm like, we're gonna have enough wheat planted because we're gonna plant this huge area over here once that's all done. Because, well, obviously, you know, we don't have anything else to plant there. So cool. That's all planted. As always, sell the good stuff. Well, actually, I don't know what I have for amaranth and yams because you don't get a ton of them. So let me make sure before I'm like, yeah, let's just get rid of all of this stuff. It's like, yeah, maybe I should confirm it's okay first. Okay, yeah, we collected enough amaranth to save so we can actually sell this side of it. And yams-wise, we definitely have enough. Yep, so we can sell these for the money. Especially if we're going to be spending 5,000 today, we probably should. But we're going to put those in there. So we're going to be really close to just having enough iron for all this. Oh, we still need 1 lava eel. Okay, so nothing too crazy yet. Okay, we got you, and then you over here. Stop running away. need to make you love me. Okay, yeah, we just have the regular eggs today because we had duck egg yesterday, which is why we started hatching that. Just throw those in quick. We don't have anything to sell because we grabbed the mayo yesterday because we were around the farm anyway, so it made sense to do so. Okay, let's see. So we got this up here. We can put that away. Put these away to deal with later when we have a bigger stack to make them to sashimi. It's not a great luck day, so I think it's still not a good day to go to the mines. What do we have in here? Extra cave carrot. Marlin. Well, we want Marlin to like us, so it's probably actually good to start giving him stuff he wants. What do we have for likes? He does love roots platter. Do we have a roots platter? I feel like that's something we've gotten. No, it's not. Okay. He likes the slime eggs. That's not happening. Okay, he just likes general alcohol, though. Or purple mushrooms. So that can be a very easy way to get him to like us, in fact. Let's just do the purple mushroom, because that one's a little odd. We don't really see too many people liking that. And then we'll grab the cave carrot as well, which goes to him. And yeah, we don't have any other birthdays until George's, so we're not worried about that. Yeah, that should be good for now. So, yeah, give that to Marlin, and then... Oh, and then we need to go check the quest today. So let's check that before we really get too far into, like, we're doing this, then this, then this. Because obviously we gotta wait to make sure that... that we can make sure that we actually follow whatever we're supposed to be doing first. Before we just choose, like, yeah, this makes sense. Okay, it's locked, but can I go around the back? I think so. Yes, I can. Okay, so first, here's your cave carrot. Then here's a purple mushroom. And then that puts Marlin to... actually not too far away. So, like, that's actually a really good start out of nowhere. To be able to do that, so. just give him a couple more purple mushrooms and we should be good. Next we go to town, because we gotta look at the bulletin board. Or did we just unlock it right now? Or it's just this us seeing him go there? Okay, it's just showing that he is the one to get the key from. Okay. I think. Yeah. It's just showing, hey, he's the one, you need to gain his trust. Okay. So the game was gonna tell me, I was too confused about Marlon, about Gunther not giving it to me that I just looked it up, but I just presumed it was a bug. Prismatic jelly or the bugs? Okay, prismatic jelly is probably better because bugs are easier if you go through the mutant bug lair. So, I like that it shows both of it on here because that's actually kind of big to show both. Let's switch this around and then we're gonna go and look for that prismatic jelly because that's a good thing to probably just get done. Mines. Let's start in level 5. See if we have it. Nope. So we leave. And then go to level 5. This is the cheap way of doing it. I know it's the cheap way. Oh, holy crap. That is a prismatic jelly on the second try. Maybe they upped the chance of getting it and I just missed it. Because I felt like it was always really hard to get in the first couple I tried of this. But, like, we're already done with that quest. So, I'm good. I can just go and turn this in now. Yeah, let's head to the bus stop, I guess. Cool. Well, that's a thing. But yeah, to explain what I was doing there, because I actually feel like it might have been really confusing what I was doing. The idea is that the prismatic slime has an equal chance of showing up on any level you go to. So what you do is you go to the easiest level that you can teleport down to constantly, which is level 5, and then you keep going down to it and clearing the mine, so you reset it, and so you constantly are attempting to make level 5 have it over and over and over again. But it usually takes a while, it doesn't just happen, so like that was kind of funky, but... Oh, I never went and turned this in. Okay, let me go turn in the copper can first, or the copper watering can in town, and then I'm going to come back, because then I actually am going to start turning things into the shed today, I think. Just knowing full well that I can just be getting hardwood soon, but I do love Pam's hat with this whole thing, so that's kind of cool. But I got so distracted by the Marlin cutscene, I forgot I was supposed to come and do this. Cool. And we still have a nice little chunk of money that we're just holding on to. I'm gonna get rid of that. I also can start doing the trash cans if I really want to do something, upgrade something and use the money, but I don't, want to commit too much to it. I really should get a barn at some point, but I just kind of am like, yeah, I should do that, and then I just like don't. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm also like just really afraid of using these battery packs by accident on something. So I'm like, let's just make sure that's all cleared up first, and then we worry about it later. Yeah, that. Okay, we should bring a void essence just to gift. That's probably a good plan. Yeah, we got that. Got these. We needed a bunch of wood, so I might just take like a full stack. And then some hardwood, which we're not going to finish that today, but at this point, I'm getting close enough, I might as well just try to trigger it. It just makes sense at this point. Let me make sure my strawberries look like they're growing, or at least look like they watered. Yeah, it watered in the right spot, 'cause yeah, it's 2 in each direction, basically. Okay, we're getting some good stuff. That could be Marlon's gift tomorrow. Perfect. Just great when we find the gift that we need. Because then the silver also is a little better. So we might just trigger the key anyway quickly, because we just are now... Oop, that's right. I need to switch these for a second. While I'm in here, I need to switch these. Okay, let's see. I'm actually getting a ton of forage, I will say that. The reason I was actually considering going further in the mines, though, and actually trying for the prismatic jelly a bit more is just that I'm really close to unlocking level 9. But it's just like, well, why do that if, you know, you don't need to go further in the mines, so. It's this weird kind of spot where I'm like, well, it wasn't quite worth it today, but I really should do it soon. But like I said, I think going to the Skull Cavern is going to trigger a lot of the quest upgrades there, so I'm not too worried about getting that done. Cool, we got that. We can kind of put some of this away. Do that away. Some of this away. Let's at least get these going. And then probably 2 of these. Then throw a bunch of these in here. And then go... Oh, I never turned in the wizard thing. Oh no! I'm paying attention. We're doing great. We are doing great. Just one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, that's the thing I was supposed to do a little bit ago. When I was talking about completely doing that. The problem is this shortcut, actually, I think. I'm going to blame the shortcut, because I've gotten so used to using the shortcut, I never go to the south area. And so I never actually do the portions in the south area that you'd usually go run by and do. But that shortcut does make it very easy to just quick run there and do the secret woods. I mean, I'm gonna get used to this farm layout, and then like I'm gonna play a single player game on the next update coming out, and it'll be like, oh wait, that's not how the actual farm layout is. Cool. Oh, there he is. I'm like, where are you? Nice, got that for you, and then you also need this, which is gonna get us that money back that we just spent on our tool upgrade. So that's perfect. So yeah, I would also probably like to get the after winter starts to get the copper hoe going. The only problem is you have to time it where you're not going to be doing anything else, because, you know, obviously nothing with the greenhouse, none of the wild seeds, like getting all those out and everything. So we have to be timing that a little bit better. Okay, and this is where I think we actually probably, if we specifically hit all the rocks, we might actually get enough to finish this and get to level 9. I just specifically hit all the rocks and nothing else. Okay, I think there's some more up here if I go to the top left corner. I think there was some up, yeah, there's a bunch up here. So if I just like work on clearing all of this out in particular. Oh no, am I gonna like just miss it? Yeah, okay. I don't think I've gone in the cave today, so let's try the cave, see if a couple rocks spawned there. We're just gonna try everything possible to see if we can't just clear it up. Nope, okay, I already went in there. So that's not helpful. Is there any just miscellaneous down here that I just haven't cleared out? Yeah, there's one back here. Oh, those weren't enough. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed that it actually hit my path, didn't it? Yeah, it broke my path. Okay, I need to fix that now. What do you need for that path? Just stone. Okay, that's easy enough. There we go, I fixed it. But I was just like, wait a second. That's broken path. I don't like that. Really not have any more stone to break? Did I actually get all of it? Of course, now I'm all cleaned up. Like, why did I do that? Okay, well, we're just gonna be that close, I guess, to doing it. I got some bone fragment. I should go grind that up to some fertilizer before I forget. Oh, that's right. I was gonna go turn that in. I should probably. I promise this is like not a bit. This is just me honestly forgetting to go do this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I said I'd do that, and I just don't do it in the slightest. Okay. Wait, was there any? There was no regular wood, was it? Was stone. That's right. Okay, I almost grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, let's go back and fix that then. I'm like, wait a second, that wasn't wood. Why am I thinking it's wood? No, it's stone. And then, however, I will take some wood because that can go in. Oop, not that. That can go in the coal maker, the kiln. There we go. Okay, now let's go turn in the stuff. Again, we're going to be short on the hardwood by, I think, 26. So, not quite there. Ooh, there's a stone down there. I should go get those. But this will basically solidify that we're almost there. And we can just do our last little bits of cleanup to get there. Again, I'd rather do that, make it basically almost done, and then just know I need hardwood. So, that's the plan. Okay, so yeah, let's go hit some more rocks down there. We are so, like, you can't even see. Like, I wish I actually almost had a tooltip of, like, here's how much, here's your progress, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so close. Can't even see the difference there. So yeah, there are some rocks down here that looks like I forgot. I actually should just start clearing this area out, but it doesn't use energy, so that's the only thing I'm, like, a little weary on it, but... What is, oh, it's just a... Oh, not that. It's one of those. Oh my god, we're gonna be like 1 or 2 rocks short. I keep finding more, and then it's like, oh, well, it's not actually what you think it is. It's like, oh crap. Yeah. I don't know why I'm chopping more wood down. It's like, I really don't need it, but... At the same time, at this point, it's... Oh, wait. There's another stone over here. Nope. Not enough. Still looking to see if I can find any more just miscellaneous stone. I don't think there's anything else you can do to get it, other than just like on the I should say on the farm, other than just the stone. I think this all actually grew back. I think I've already done this recently. Just get a lot of the hay here. We'll just clear a lot of this out. Look at that, that's good. Oh, and then we have our path there in case we need it. So we're good on that. We'll just create like a little path as well in the middle of it. Just to get a little more, I don't want to say surface area because it's a bad way to put it, but... Oh, it's already 1 AM, holy crap. But hey, we got... hey, we got 95 hay. Can we round that off is the question. Oh wow, actually we got a ton more there in that swipe. That's why I do actually want to go get the golden size, so that's why I want to get to winter and do that, but... Not quite there, so it's going to be a little bit still. Almost caught up on the broken glasses, so that's good. And then we'll just go to bed. Actually, we'll round this out quick. Just so we can be putting that away. Ooh, tree fertilizer. Nice. I will take free tree fertilizer. Ooh, the words are difficult today. 8,000, nice. Now we're getting some consistent income even without the fall crops. I think it actually was a fall crop day, wasn't it? As I'm saying that, like, oh wait. Beautiful sunny day, and good fortune day. Okay, this would be when we want to go to the mine. We have nothing posted there. We don't have a birthday to worry about. Holy hell. Yeah, you don't get that in the base game, do you? I don't remember getting 40,000 for doing the museum. Jeez. Okay, well, we have money now. Holy moly. Should I look more at this? Oh yeah, we get the monster musk now. That's right, because we got the prismatic jelly done. So this will allow us to have more monsters come out of hiding. There we go. Oop, gotta say hi to my Flareon while I'm back here. But yeah, we got some maple syrup. We got some hay. We got all sorts of stuff. We have some corn up. We have the cranberries up. We have a lot of things going on today. Okay, so, oop. The whole point of that was to put more in, but, you know. There we go. Get rid of some of the stuff. That's just all over the place at this point. Okay, still just one lava eel. Okay, come on. I need more of it here. Gotta give me something to work with here. Okay. Let's do our usual rounds. Do have some stuff to recycle, it looks like, so we'll come back and put that in. Throw that over there for now. Okay, gotta give some love to our animals. Make sure our dinosaur's growing up. Yeah, and that's also why, if you notice, I already started off with 4 machines here, because I was like, I'm gonna get to that point very rapidly where it's gonna be needed, so might as well start off there. Okay, we got some apples to grab. And then a couple more days really where that's a thing, so. Bunch of just common shrooms, fair enough, that's easy enough. Go to the sell pile. Yeah, I think if we go down into the secret woods here quick, grab the hardwood. Drop that off, run to, and then go to the desert. Cause I mean, obviously, making the desert extremely efficient isn't very easy until you have the teleport, or the totem. I mean, having obviously the obelisk is great too, but like, having the totem at first is the thing you need to hit, and so, we're not at that point. So we just kinda are gonna go when we get there, and so be it. But should be pretty quick, but I'd like to get some time out of it, you know, just. But I do have to grab rubies and omni geodes to buy from the merchant when we get there. Maybe also butterfly hatch. Just I'm probably not gonna go very far in the first day, so it's a good way to get that quickly and get it into your room because it is a very pretty item to have in your house. Highly recommend. I'll show you when I get it. It's gonna happen soon here. Gonna happen soon. So hearing slimes, but I don't see any, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, we have a fair amount of money now, like I said, so and maybe we do the next house upgrade at that point, because that unlocks the extra upgrades as well, so maybe it's that timing. But we will worry about that not today. Put that there. We're gonna put a lot of you into here. I need to still pick that crop, I just realized. So thank you for the reminder there. Okay, so this goes in sell pile. This is gonna go in sell pile. We'll see what ends up in here. This is gonna go in a sell pile. Oops, wrong one. Put into there. Now let's grab these. Because yeah, we do want to keep keep these going, because they should have at least one more, both of them, one more harvest before the end of fall. I would guess, if I'm already harvesting on the 23rd. I really should keep track of more of that kind of stuff, but there's so many to remember the timings of that it's hard to keep track fully. Okay, save some corn for oil, save half of that, sell rest. Which is a fair amount of stuff today. And then we gotta put this away. Oh, we do have a couple purple mushrooms, I just realized. But we'll have to give that to Marlin a different day, because that's just not gonna be today. We'll want to swap those for sure. Again, no birthdays are today, no nothing of that nature. Missing anything else that we're gonna do today? I don't think so. I'm just gonna make sure on it. Yeah, it would just be. Oh, before I forget, because it is getting later and later, I am gonna quickly. I'll do Lost and Found tomorrow. I'll do lost. If I've already lost my stuff, it's it doesn't matter if I go today or not. So. Oh, right. I was gonna grab items. That's right. That's what I was gonna do. Okay, let's do that quick. I need to grab. Yes, I need to grab a couple rubies to get the spicy eel food. I needed bat wings of 200. I need Omni Geodes, so I gotta go to the other part of that. I feel like a diamond bought something. Okay, let me look up what they all sell, because I'm gonna miss it otherwise. So, desert trader. Oh yeah, diamond is triple shot espresso. Yeah, let's take like 3 of those to buy. We don't have a lot of rubies, funny enough, which is a little weird. We can buy bombs with quartz. I think that might not be a bad idea. We have a bunch of quartz just sitting around. So we can get some of that. Yeah, butterfly hutch. And then on Tuesdays is fiber for stone, which is actually really not a bad trade late game, but right now it sounds terrible. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, cool. So, okay, now that we have that, now we can go and actually do our run. Off to the desert to do some shopping, to do some mining and combat-y things. Oh, I guess this is the first trip, so it shows me doing more. That's kind of weird. Or is the desert bigger now? Oh god, is the desert bigger now? No, okay. It was just showing a cutscene, I think. I hope. Yeah, okay. I'm like, so yeah, it just shows it longer, which I guess in single player is not an issue. If I was playing this, I guess you can't really play expanded multiplayer, so just based on mods and such, so never mind. That's not nearly as bad as I thought it might be. Okay, so we definitely want to get 3 of these. Get 3 of these. We want to... Oh, I didn't bring the Omni Geodes for warp. Oh well. That's actually not the end of the world, honestly, at this stage. It's really just kind of getting all the other stuff that's important. Cool. Bought everything I wanted to buy, so we're good there. A few bombs don't hurt. Oh, Oasis is over here now. They have really restructured this area. Oh, just let me pick those. I was like, oh. It's actually kind of nice because it's right next to the teleport statue. Wow, I really like Sandy's outfit. That is awesome. Oh, and that's really kind of changed how that looks over there. I like it. It's all slight changes, but yeah, I got the bus line going, Sandy, so we're all good there. Okay, I was gonna go in here because I need, let's see, I need beet seeds and for the trip. So like I don't need to worry about anything else quite yet. Let's just do this, because we're probably going to just do a bunch of beats with the sprinklers, because we're just going to bring the sprinklers in once we're done with them outside for a bit. We'll just do a bunch of beet seeds, because we need it for the We need it both for the bundle as well as for Mr. Key stuff, so... Okay, I don't know what's over here. Is there anything over here? It probably still has the bench over here, because that still needs to exist for like the actual game itself. Actually, let me have the triple shot espresso now. Wow, this desert is huge now. Okay. So many more trees. Okay, it does have an end point, thankfully. But wow, this is... Okay, so there's this whole water area, which is interesting. Okay, skeleton is down here. So that's... Oh, and it cuts off. Oh, geez. I thought it actually kept going. Okay, so this is way off to the side, so that's good to know for the time where we might have to worry about it. Okay, heading all the way back now. Cactus fruit is also very good to make into wine. A lot of people forget about it because it's like, oh yeah, I make all these stuff over here, but it's like, that is actually really good. Yeah, they made the desert really big, and I don't feel like adventuring today because I wanted to go to the mine, but like... You can go way out that direction now, which is interesting. What's this go to? Wait, is this the skull cavern right here? No, what's... Oh, it is, yeah, okay. It just looks very different. Interesting. Oh, great. I brought the slow sword again, I forgot about that. Or the slow hammer. Oh wow, we're already getting spicy eel. Okay, that's good to note. Let's just start putting some of this down here. We already have some cave carrots to eat, which is nice. Ooh, we have stairs already. I like it. I like it. Not bad. Ooh, we have coal and then a hole. 5 levels. Wow, we're actually getting pretty well off. Oh, rabbit's foot. Okay, we're doing good today. This is a very, very lucky day. I agree. We're definitely going to amp up that luck, though, if we're getting that lucky with a nice spicy eel. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and then... Oh, geez, there's another one of you. Just going to take it nice and slow. There's no need to rush on these because, in fairness... Oh, that's a prismatic shard. Okay. So let's recap what just happened, because that's going to be a highlight reel. We first started out with getting a spicy eel on the first serpent, which is actually pretty crazy for that. We then had a rabbit's foot drop, and now we had a prismatic shard drop. We're only on level 7. This game is not supposed to make this easy for me. I'm supposed to be relaxed and going at a slow pace, but jeez, wow. I mean, I guess I'm just getting a lot of serpents, but like I don't have anything extra lucky. I'm not wearing a luck ring or anything. I have a glowstone and a magnet. Like, I haven't even picked up the vampiric ring yet. Actually, funny enough. So I have nothing special about me yet in terms of rings or anything. Oh, I am special. Belmont just stopped up. Who's hearing me probably have my amazing luck and thinking I should not play any games with him anytime soon for a while. Which is fair. I mean, there's just a string of luck that happens for me that it's just how. How? So we're just gonna take that in stride. When we get to if we get to a few Omni Geodes, I might actually take the time and just go and get that. Oh my gosh, there's 2 ghosts now. We're getting a lot of monsters though, I'm noticing today, which is not great. That's not really what we want. I'm just getting like a ton of them now. There we go. Okay, we got a couple Omni Geodes. That's great. Let's actually throw a bomb down here. We got one from this cave already, so probably best just to do this now. We do already have 6 Omni Geodes, so it might be worth it to go up there. Oh, and then I got a lucky ring. Do I really need a lucky ring right now? I mean, I'm gonna put it on, but like, jeez. Let's just add to the luck even more now, shall we? No, it wasn't lucky enough. Now I got a lucky ring. Oh, what a... Glad I didn't make that second seed maker. Okay, this might just be a highlight, like, the whole run at this point. Have you heard what I got? I just got a seed maker off of a treasure chest, too. It's just nuts. It's nuts. It's just throwing stuff at me now. It's like, you are on stream, so we need to make this game look good, apparently. So I'm like, I don't think that's needed. I'm pretty sure a lot of people like Stardew without having it to look crazy on streams. There we go. It's a good way to kind of do it. Oh, we still have one over here apparently. Yeah, the only problem with this hammer here is it's not doing much against all the stuff that this knock things back too much to the point where it's like, oh well, not really getting hit here. Yeah, we're getting a ton of Omni Geodes. Yeah, so we're gonna head out a little early from this run. Make sure we go get the Galaxy Sword, make sure we go get the teleports, because we're sure gonna need it if this is the kind of stuff we're getting. Let's put it right over there. That's probably a good spot to hit as much as I can. Ooh, and there's a hole here. Let's jump in that. 7 levels. It's funny because we're getting pretty close to making it to the level 25 before we have the level 25 quest, but oh well. You know, just out of spite, I'm not gonna get there. I'm just gonna, like, come up short. But yeah, no, this is a good day to come to the Skull Cavern for sure. There's like a bat here. I'm not really all that worried about these. Ooh, it gave me a bomb. Nice. Usually there's like something down here. So yeah, there's usually a lot of barrels. So let's see what we get down from these. Yeah, nothing too much, but it's always just free stuff, so makes sense to do it. Shockingly enough, we've made it to level, oh jeez. We're gonna leave now. That's the timing to say, nope, we're gone. No need to stay here. Okay, let's go find where these spaces are, because now the problem is things shifted up. Like, the dragon was somewhere else where it isn't normally, so we need to see if things have shifted. Yeah, like you can see the obelisks aren't here. Or the, whatever they are, the statues, so I don't know where they are here. Are they down here? No. Okay, so we need to... I might look up the desert map here a little quick. Because it's a little bigger probably than I'm used to. Oh, I can config to a smaller one, but yeah, where is the... Crimson Badlands? I don't even know what that is. That's gotta be something that I don't know about. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff we don't know about yet, so I'm not gonna look into that too much. But okay, where is the one that gets you the? Actually, wait, on there they actually talked about getting the Galaxy Sword. So where do you get it here? Okay, well, now I'm getting a little bit into probably Oh, there's a better Galaxy Sword apparently. No. Okay, so this goes to the regular one. No, I need to see where... Okay, it's supposed to be... Oh, it's way down over there. Okay, we can make it there though. We still have speed, so I'm not too worried. So we're gonna just run that direction very quickly, and because it's the only time we need to go there, so I'm not really too worried about it. But yeah, we gotta go all the way over here to do this. But we're getting our Galaxy Sword. Oh, apparently that one doesn't let me pick it up for whatever reason, which is interesting. Haha, I found you. Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna go get a Galaxy Sword. There's also something up north that looks a little funky, so I might go look at what that is while I'm already this far away. We have a Galaxy Sword! Yeah, which is... Oh my god, wait, they buffed it. That's more damage than it used to do. I'm gonna go on record on that. What is it supposed to be? Because definitely not that. Let's see, I can check it quick here because I have the thing already open previously. Yeah, it's usually 60 to 80 damage. This one does 85 to 110, so they definitely buffed it in this version, which is not what I would expect to say. Yeah, you know, they made the Galaxy Sword even stronger. So, that's actually very good that I got that right away. Yeah, it's this. I don't know what... Cactus is huge. Fills me with reassurance. I don't know what that means. Just didn't seem to do anything, so I don't know what that is. Oh, I guess we're just picking up some of the forage on the way. I guess this does give you a bigger forage area, so like, if you really are trying to get a lot of this stuff, but it's also like, I don't know if it's that good. Okay, we are of course full, so we have more than enough wood. Let's throw out some. Okay, because we need to get some warp totems off of the two there, and I think that's everything we're gonna do. Yeah, we didn't get any of the other items. Is that everything we're gonna do in this area? Yeah, I think so. Cause yeah, the rabbit's foot, the reason why this is so big is we don't actually have to get a rabbit now. We can just ignore that because the rabbit, we don't need it for anything. We don't have the enchanters bundle. We just have the field research off of the original left. But the big reason why that's important is that you still need a rabbit's foot for one of the secret notes at some point. So it's actually kind of big. I actually wonder if I throw away some Batwing and Sap, can I catch... can I catch the, one of the, like some of the fish from here? Or no, I already bought a scorpion carp, so I don't need to worry about it. Never mind. Ignore me. I was like, maybe I can catch one of the fish that can do it now. It's not going to do any different. So that was a productive day. I'm actually kind of happy we have the luck ring, because that's going to just automatically help us overall in getting good days. So that's pretty good. Yeah, we're going to put the rabbit's foot automatically in the away chest. Same with the warp totems, I think. We have an Omni Geode to put in. I'm going to put the Slammer in here just to save it, because obviously if we lose the Galaxy Sword at some point I want it, but like that is a huge upgrade for it to be a level... What is it supposed to be? Yeah, it's level 13 in the normal one. So basically, they increased the scale by like adding more weapons, so they made this better, I guess. Cool. Okay, so we also have a seed maker now that we can put down, that we definitely did not have before. So we actually have one for each area, so that's kind of cool. Let's put all of this away. I guess we actually probably want to put this in for cooking, because we definitely need that at this point in the game. Then I think we only really need to save these. We're not... Maybe I'll save the other ones too there, but coconuts I don't think we need to save any specific direction on that. Same with the gold fiddlehead. I think I'm just going to sell that here. We'll sell half the common mushrooms. While I'm at it. Yep, that's going to be a lot of good sales. Well, maybe that's the moment to end on. I don't know if I can top that mine run. I will be honest. Like, but let's go ahead. Let's put the butterfly hatch in here. You can see why I'm like, yes, this needs to be a thing. Let's actually take this and put it over there for now, because this is kind of central. And then you'll see, so if we come here and then go in. Oh, no, I didn't open it. Whoops. Oh, no, I did. See, there's like butterflies flying around. It's really cute. So if I go leave and I come back in, see, there's butterflies around. That's just really cute. I love it. It's like, I just want butterflies flying around my house. Not in real life, because our cats would destroy them, but, like, it's still pretty cool. And then we'll do some of this. Because, yeah, we might as well just be making the wood into coal at this point. We have more wood than we're ever going to need. Despite, you know, like when we're considering we're going to keep chopping things down. So, like, it doesn't make sense to continue to continue to hold out if we're just going to be always getting stuff. So, well, we can sell this now too. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think, like, what are we going to do next time? I mean, obviously starting to look towards these things that cost money that I was worried about. That's going to be part of it. Because we're kind of in a good spot for that now. Yeah, Grandpa's shed we need to finish, so I'll write that down. We gotta grow some beets. So let's actually start a new one at this point. Oh, I never went to the Lost and Found. Oh well. I'll just maintain it to the next one. So let's see. So beets, greenhouse, um, Grandpa's shed, as in hardwood. Cause yeah, 2 more days of that and we're good. It's just we have to actually be getting it. Marlin gifting, because we want to get into the sewer with our sudden boon of money. Now I just realized that I never actually got any iridium from that skull run because I just didn't get far enough. I was just like, oh, this is interesting. Um, what else are we kind of looking at? Probably want to do a geode run. It's some. Well, no, actually, I probably want to check that ahead of time, so I won't do that. Just based on, I'll want that for the. I'll want the artifact troves, so I need to plan ahead for those. So that will take a bit into game and probably not have it there. I guess second house upgrade if we want on that. Yeah, and then I'll just write down some other stuff like fish ponds, barns. I mean, shed is a little weird now because I'm like, well, let's see what Grandpa's shed does first, and then maybe. But it's definitely a thought process. Still think I definitely need to get more shipping bins because I'm only gonna get one mini shipping bin, and that's actually kind of nice in the mushroom cave. So I kind of want one probably outside of the chicken area, which might just end up being the animal area, but the chicken area right now. And then one outside, yeah, one outside the shed and one outside the greenhouse, so like 3 different ones. I mean 4 eventually, because if I put the barn in the south area, I want one down there too, but at this point I'm kind of getting pretty privileged in what I need. Oh, I should put this geode away before I forget. Also, this should not be here. I'm noticing there's a couple seeds around here, so we're going to pick these up. Yeah, okay, we're good. Just like I'm noticing a few seeds popping up, and we need to fix that very quickly. Yeah, I think that's gonna probably be everything we need. I can't think of anything else. I mean, if anything pops up, I'll write it down, before next one, but that kind of is where I'm going, except, I mean, maybe, like, new NPC gifting? Like, romanceables? We can start unlocking some of that story, maybe? That's all I can think of. I mean, I was thinking Sophia, and I mentioned that, but then I just, like, didn't do it, so I don't know. We do have a coffee bean. We probably should get that going in there too. But we kind of need it to rain and thunderstorm again because we don't have any more battery packs. We kind of used them up for this whole shed thing. Yeah, so I think that's gonna kind of call it for this evening. We've been going for a fair amount of time, and I think it just makes sense. But yeah, we get to level 9 mining there at the end. We're in a good spot on all that. Yeah, let me just kind of get to the next day. Maybe we'll have some nice music in the background. Uh, just kind of to go from there. Yep. Oh yeah, steel watering can is ready. All that sort of stuff can be ready, but we'll save that for another stream. I'm trying to think. Brain. Oh, the Infinity Blade is. Wait, the Infinity Blade is. Oh yeah, that was already a thing. Never mind. I'm just getting distracted. I'm sorry. Let's finish. So, thank you so much for joining tonight. And we had Jackson Elvis chatting, and we had a couple other people that looked like just chilling. Appreciate it so much because it shows that people are interested in watching and interested in whatever comes out of this modded playthrough that's different than the other one. Which is basically my supernatural luck, basically. Um, in terms of up and coming, we have a Belmont and Chill tomorrow night. Is the plan. I say kind of open-ended because I think he was thinking of switching it up a little bit. So we'll see kind of what happens. But if you want to see what happens, be here at 8 p.m. Central Time, Central American Standard Time. Um, I guess it's not Standard Time; it's Daylight Time now. Whatever. In the evening, if you want to check it, you can check our schedule on Twitch, and that will kind of translate it to your time zone. Then we would have the Lazy Sunday afternoon programming coming up on Sunday afternoon for us. So middle of the day Sunday for us. That is also kind of undetermined. We're kind of thinking of some other things. There might be some shaking up, some nice spring. I want to say spring cleaning because we're still going to continue other runs, but definitely some new spring budding shows possibly or games to play. So we're kind of leaving them open ended. So. If you see the schedule doesn't have a lot of games listed on it, that's probably why. We're just kind of going with the flow on it. The plan also is some upcoming stuff to think about is my birthday is on the 6th of May, and so I am planning to have a stream on that day. Um, just kind of general thing in the afternoon of that. It's a Thursday. For those that don't have enough hand, a week from this Thursday. Um, if you have thoughts on what you'd love to join in on or have fun and hang out with, let me know. Currently, I'm kind of thinking some Temtem for sure, but I'm also up to a few different games. Maybe trying out Board Game Arena. I was thinking of trying to show that off in case in the future we do multiplayer, kind of with a bunch of people here on stream, or kind of however we decide to do it, or as a thing to do with viewers, maybe in the future. That's definitely an option to kind of switch it up a bit. Obviously, tabletop sim stuff is something I could do. I could I could do a solo run of Eldritch. I've done that before. I'm not sure we want to videotape that by the end. Just other things that we've done before. It's just kind of going that direction and just a general hangout stream while I got some time off for my birthday, and I might as well spend some time with all of you because, why not? I got some time. It'll be a nice chill time. Lots of video games because all of you really kind of keep me playing video games and not just zoning out in a corner. So check out trygamers.com and us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at trygamers if you want to see more stuff from us while we're offline. But otherwise, during that time, take care of yourself. Be kind. Be nice. It's a tough time. Make sure you're doing okay. Check in on people. It's important. So from here in our Wisconsin crazy weather, we sign off. Good night, everybody. See you soon.